All right, we'll kind of put the camera this way a little bit. So, Wes, the Aurora, say hi.
Hi.
They're kind of sitting over there playing their games.
Where is...
Okay, and Colin is eating his caramel apple. So we're taking a break real quick. My hips are killing me. Hopefully 13th hour will show up. Kind of. Hey, Brian. You guys, Brian's here. Say hi to Brian.
Hi. Hi, Brian. Hi.
Okay, so maybe some of you noticed we're rebranding the channel and kind of changing it up. And see, I so predicted it. Stepping away from the Gypsy Rose community because I told you guys when that autopsy comes out,
Mom,
I didn't want to be part of that fight. I'm sitting back watching it and laughing because Fancy a couple weeks ago got on stream and told everybody, oh, it ain't coming out till September. I called, I checked on it. Huh?
Can I put him in full flat?
Okay, yeah, give me a minute. And somehow I thought I was joking about Fancy having the corner on speed dial, and she was going to be the first one to have it, and she was going to gatekeep it, and only pass it around to her friends. Was kind of right. Wrong person in a way, but no, Natasha Cooper's not gatekeeping it. I watched Natasha Cooper, not live. Last night, another streamer passed me the link. They really wanted me to, because I was telling them I don't care about the autopsy. And at one point I did, and everybody's like, Rose, why do you want the autopsy to come out? There you are, 13th hour. Aurora, I want you to meet 13th hour.
Hi.
Step up. Let me get you a link. Step up on panel. Okay. Invite. Copy. Copy. "13th hour" is really nice, and she's got a bird named Sherlock, and we're starting to stream together. We're doing some fun stuff.
Can we put him in full flat now?
Give me a second. We're gonna talk for a second. But I don't think what Natasha Cooper was asking last night was unfair. Okay, let me bring you up on stream. There we go. Yeah, have you heard the drama going on with the autopsy? I was just talking about the drama.
Hi.
There's 13th hour.
That what she looks like?
Mm-hmm.
I must see her bird.
No.
Her bird flies in the background. You got to watch.
That's me. Hi.
Sherlock will be flying back there.
Okay, 1 second. Let me.
Mom, do you remember we
Hang
had
on.
that
1 second.
bird?
I got some good drama about the autopsy if you haven't heard the drama going on with it. I'll spill all the tea for
Okay,
you.
hang on just a second. Okay, go ahead. And here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to be here, but I've got to eat.
Okay, that's fine. If you want to just listen to me chat, like I said, I got all the tea on it's pretty good tea.
Yeah.
What's going on? So anyway,
Okay.
so what happened
So
is
hi,
You guys, 13. Oh, they can't hear you. Here, Aurora, come talk to 13th hour for a second. This is Wesley. He's my 12-year-old. And then Aurora is 13.
Hello.
And then Colin.
Hi, baby.
He might be finishing his caramel apple.
Oh, sounds good.
I'm
having a burger and tots. So
nice. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had some sandwiches, some
it's
chips,
pretty good.
some crackers. We had some crackers, some meat, some cheese, some strawberries.
Ooh,
We went to
you
the
had
park and had a big picnic with crackers, cheese meats.
Yep.
Strawberries, cookies. We came home and made some caramel apples.
Angela.
What else
Yeah,
did we do
I-
today? We've done a lot today.
Yeah.
We went to All a Dollar, bought some toys.
Yep. And
Ooh, shopping.
We went to All a Dollar. Everybody got some sunglasses and some toys. So everybody got a pair of
That's always
sunglasses
fun.
and toys.
my stomach hurt.
Well, yeah, we had to leave the park because Aurora's stomach started hurting. So,
Is it too hot outside?
well, she ate a few cookies. Like she didn't eat a ton, but
I think
she ate
Like
like
too
3
much
or
sugar,
4.
maybe?
She ate 3 or 4 cookies. But I mean, we did make her eat her lunch first, so it's not like she ate a bunch of sugar on an empty stomach. But her
Right.
stomach started hurting, so we had to. We just hurried up and packed everything and came home. But my back was hurting anyways, and I was barely tolerating being out there. I'm in so much.
Uh-oh, I can't hear you. Oh, that's sound. Yeah, I can't hear you. Maybe jump down and then come back. See if that helps. Okay, take off mute. You're muted right now. Yeah, I'm still not hearing you. And Chewy's is also saying they can't hear you either in the chat. So So it's a StreamYard issue, huh? Okay. I'm going to be sitting here patient, babe, until you figure it out. I'm going to eat.
Aurora, gosh, the mic.
She
The
got
mic
me.
working. Is it working now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever she
It-
did,
I,
it was
I
working.
keep getting this thing up in the corner that says your browser is muting you. Make sure you're using the right microphone. And I'm like, I'm using the microphone, you stupid freaking Streamlabs. Ugh. Gosh.
All right, we're good.
Okay.
Okay, so there's some drama.
Okay, yeah. So a couple weeks
So
ago,
fill me in.
Fancy, because I was showing something on my stream. I wonder if Fancy got it off my stream. Because this girl CJ on TikTok, she was on Facebook. She's part of one of the Facebook groups, and she found this little clipping from the autopsy. Just a very small clipping. What? Yes, but no shark game or something. I don't know what game do you want to play. I don't know what where's the Nintendo? Do you have it? Okay. Great. You guys close my game. What do you want to play? Hold on a sec. I gotta get set him up. Well, I know Wesley's not allowed to play the shark game. Hold on a second. Let me put my character to sleep because or something. It'll erase my day if I don't go to bed. So, anyways, what happened was a couple weeks ago, I reposted it and I told everybody, I said, look, this came from Facebook group. I don't know how accurate this is, but it's a small clipping from the autopsy. Well, Fancy got on her stream and she's like, if anybody's posting anything from the autopsy, it's wrong. Because I was on Morbid's panel talking about the autopsy. Because Morbid and Becca Scoops are like, why do you want the autopsy, Rose? And it's like, because the autopsy is going to answer all our questions. And so I was like, you know what? Screw you guys, whatever. So, yes, at one point, Morbid and Becca Scoops didn't think the this is what I hate about being on Morbid's panel.
When was that?
A couple weeks ago. Because it was
okay.
it was the last time I was on Morbid's panel. Because that was the only time I've ever spoken to Becca Scoops. And they're like, why do you want the autopsy so bad, Rose? And it's like, you guys, this autopsy is going to answer everybody's questions. Because we're going to finally find out, you know, when did the unaliving start happening? Because the autopsy will answer those questions. If the clipping I found is true and correct, and that wording is in the autopsy, well, then that means that, yeah, Nick didn't do it. Gypsy
so
did
what's the verbiage? What's the verbiage?
Well, so basically 2 weeks ago, so 2 weeks ago I was on Morbid, 3 weeks ago I was on Morbid's panel saying that. So, Fancy was having problems at that moment with,
Mommy.
what was it? People were still in some kind of her content or something. What? I'm gonna find out how to charge that battery, baby. Oh yeah. It was right after the crime scene photos got leaked. And Fancy got on a stream and she's like, you guys, that was my stuff. It didn't just now get leaked. It's always been, if you Googled it, and that's what she called it. She told everybody either you're one of two things. Either A, you're new to the case, and that's why you just now have seen the autopsy photos, or two, you're an imbecile because you didn't put in your own FOIA request by now. Like, you've been on Gypsy's case for a while. Why didn't you put in your own FOIA requests and get them yourselves? And so Fancy was being mean to everybody because they took her crime scene photos. Hey, give me 2 seconds. I just got to put my character to bed for the night, okay? And then you can play the game. Give me 2 seconds, buddy. Hold on. Yeah, I got to take care of the kids real quick. Here.
You're good.
So, okay. Oh, God, my back hurts. I need to lay down. So Fancy got on there and called everybody either new to the case or an imbecile. And then she said, if you've also heard anything about the autopsy report, oh, hey, Angie, she's like, it's wrong because the autopsy report's not out. I called the coroner. It's not coming out till September. And after that, I started streaming and going, you know what, guys, I'm so done with, Morbid's panel. I'm so done with the creators fighting and Gypsy's. And pretty much there's nothing new with Gypsy's life. She's starting to go private. But people like Nina and stuff are like, well, I got a letter from her neighbor, and this is what she's doing. And it's like, are you guys going to let her go private or not? You guys told her to go private. She goes private. And then you're reading letters from neighbors or whatever. But people, you don't know if they're neighbors. People like to write in and act like they're important. We all found that out with Cowboy, who was really fake.
Well, here's my question. My question is, what's with the gatekeeping of any of this information? This is information about a woman's life being taken. Why gatekeep that information? It's grotesque.
I don't think it is with Colin, but they don't. That's what I was confused about, Dawn, already. Because they said not Wesley. Maybe monitor Colin, I guess. So, yeah, this is what Natasha's doing, and it's not bad. Thank you, Angie. Me and 13th Hour, we're doing lives together now. We're going to move on to cults and religion and stuff like that, and we're going to do some fun stuff and just, break down cults and stuff now.
On from this drama.
Because this is why we're moving on. Because so 2 weeks ago, I started saying, okay, you know what, guys? I don't even care because this autopsy is coming out in September, and here's what's going to happen when that autopsy comes out. I said, Fancy's going to get it first because she's got the coroner on speed dial. She's going to gatekeep it and only share it with the streamers that are her close friends. And only those streamers are going to get it. And so basically, everybody else, you want it, you got to FOIA request it yourself. You got to go do the work. Well, see, I've never FOIA requested anything, so I don't know about FOIA requesting. Well, when my brother died, I just got handed his talk screen. I called the coroner 4 weeks later after his death, and they just emailed me the talk screen, but I was also family.
Because you're family. Right. Okay,
and
so here's my point. Here's my viewpoint on a FOIA. Once, let's say 3 people have it, it's general information.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So somehow
Period.
Somehow, what's funny is I found out last night that it started blowing up that Natasha Cooper was actually on top of it. And she found out about the autopsy. She paid a friend to drive an hour to Springfield at 6:30 in the morning to go get it as soon as they opened up at 8 a.m. So as soon as they opened up at 8 a.m., Natasha's friend was standing at the door of the coroner's office with the money. I didn't know it was $50 for the autopsy and $50 for the tox screen. I didn't know they costed. So they are open to the public, but they're not free. So it started busting out yesterday. Natasha Cooper is live right now, and she's charging you $3. Okay, this was a lie. So Natasha Cooper, what she did is she went live on Rumble, Facebook, and Twitch. She didn't make people pay. She put up her Cash App and PayPal and asked people to please donate. And this is what Natasha Cooper explained, and I don't think she was wrong to do this.
Wait a second. So she did it behind a paywall?
No, she didn't. Here's what happened, though.
Okay.
This is what really happened last night, because I watched Natasha Cooper. I watched her replay. I didn't watch her live. I didn't catch her live last night. But another streamer wanted me to have the autopsy, so they DM'd me Natasha Cooper's Rumble and said, Rose, go watch this. We really want you to have the autopsy. Because I told them right at this point, I'm not going to get in the dog fight. But I was on Fancy's live last night watching her as the news was breaking. And you could tell Fancy was just ignoring everybody and was talking about her own shit because she just didn't want to handle the fact. Because if you know the history of Fancy and Natasha Cooper, back in 2018, both Natasha Cooper and Fancy were friends with Christy Blanchard.
Oh.
There's only 2 people in this. So the crime scene photos that got leaked, half of them, hey, Budichka, yay, it's Bean, you guys, hey. I wouldn't accept it. Worked out for... So what happened was, back in 2018, I know, Fancy is... I'm getting to that in a minute about Fancy being unhinged. Give me a second. This tea is great. Give me a second. I'm telling 13th hour everything I learned last night. This is great. So, okay, back in 2018, Gypsy's discovery, when she made that plea deal and went to prison and her case got closed, Mike Stanfield turned all the discovery over to Christy, which included some of the crime scene photos that are not in the FOIA request. However, Christy was trusting Fancy at the time and gave Fancy the discovery. But then Ken and Fancy got into a fight, and Gypsy told Christy, if you keep working with Fancy, I don't ever want to talk to you again. And Gypsy told all her friends, do not talk to Christy. Do not tell Christy about me. As long as she's talking to Fancy, I don't want anything to do with my stepmom. I'm done with Fancy. Fancy won't accept me and Ken. I'm done. So Christy, then Christy, yeah, it's all over Ken. And then Christy started behind Fancy's back. Christy started that cookie party, Fancy's cookie party and all that. And then Christy, when she broke up with Fancy, turned to Natasha Cooper and gave Natasha Cooper the discovery. And so 2 streamers had Gypsy's discovery, things that other people did not have. which was the most gruesome of the photos, like the neck and everything. The most gruesome ones were in Gypsy's discovery.
Right.
And so
Right.
the whole photos that got leaked, half of them are the FOIA requests, and half of them are the discovery that you can't get unless you are Gypsy, basically, because Mike Stanfield has the discovery. But he gave a copy. So that picture of Gypsy, you see her on the floor with her medical records spread around? Yes. That's her discovery. That's her discovery folders. That's everything Mike Stanfield gave Christy. That was everything in Gypsy's discovery. So anyways, Natasha Cooper and Fancy have been at odds with each other. They were rivals. They've been rivals for a long time. They don't agree on the case. So here's what Natasha Cooper did last night. And I don't disagree with this because most people do hate Natasha Cooper. They make fun of her. They don't like her. But I understand what she did. Here's what she did. She's been on this case since 2018, okay? She's been waiting for this autopsy to drop since 2018. So she was on top of it. So she had a friend go get it. She literally had a friend at the coroner's door the moment they opened yesterday morning. She paid for it. And then what she did is she went live on Rumble, Twitch, and Facebook, which are the three sites where all her mods are, all her normal people are that have been working the case with her. Now she didn't make people pay, but she asked people to, please donate because I spent all this money to get the autopsy. And then she started showing the actual autopsy, and people started clipping screenshots, and then people started a girl on TikTok started streaming it. And Natasha said, look, guys, Natasha said, this is what I'm asking you. I've been on this case since 2018, okay? I paid for this. This is my job. I am a streamer. This is my job. I get information. Yes, I'm the first one to get this information. All you guys could have called the coroner, could have done this too. But everybody trusted Fancy that it wasn't going to come out till September, except for Natasha, because she knows better. Natasha's Fancy's rival. She knows better. And so Natasha was freaking on top of this shit because I know she wanted to beat Fancy. But so here's what Natasha said. Natasha said, please don't stream my live. Can't you just give me a couple of hours? And then when I'm done streaming, the VOD will be up and you can do anything you want with the replay as long as you credit me. I don't care. Replay it, stream it. I don't care what you do with the replay, but can you just give me 2 hours? Can you just sit and watch my live and not have to stream it? Can you just please give me 2 hours? She's not asking. She didn't put it behind a paywall at this point. What happened? The reason why she put it behind a paywall is because of What the Bug. What the Bug, after Natasha Cooper explains this a couple times already, Natasha Cooper at this point has explained this and asked people, please, this is my life. Just give me 2 hours, okay? And then you could do whatever you want with the autopsy. I don't care. Just give me my 2 hours, She's like, this is my 2 hours to explain to you guys what I've been working on for 8 years. She's like, I'm excited to explain to you how I've been right for 8 years and this autopsy is going to back me up. Please give me 2 hours, That's all she asked. 2 hours of your life. What the Bug couldn't do it. What the Bug not only streamed Natasha doing the live, but What the Bug was charging people to watch her stream.
Oh, no. We don't do that.
And so Natasha Cooper flipped out when she heard that What the Bug was charging money to watch.
No.
So you pay What the Bug money to watch What the Bug stream Natasha Cooper. So then Natasha Cooper did put it behind a paywall after that. That's what pissed her off and got her to put it behind the paywall. And told everybody 7 p.m. tonight, I will do the autopsy and talk screen, but behind, she's like, I will do it on Patreon. I'm doing it behind the paywall. Yeah, Boudica, we're taking a break too. We can't do this gypsy shit anymore. This is why I didn't want any part of the autopsy, because I knew people were going to fight.
No.
I don't think what Natasha asked for last night was anything wrong. Asking for 2 simple hours of your time. If you want the autopsy that bad. Oh, and Morbid came in Fancy's last night going, oh, I got it. I got it expedited. I will give you a copy, Fancy. And Fancy's like, no, I got somebody there. And then Fancy found out it was $100, $50 for each one. And then she started a fund of, you guys, I need you guys to give me money because it's $100. When Fancy found out how much it costed, and they told Natasha that. They're like, Natasha, Fancy is on her live getting funded to get the $100 to get the. So Natasha Cooper, Morbid, them guys, they paid out of their pocket for this. But you got, yeah.
But we don't. Okay, paying for a FOIA is one thing, but
I almost peed my pants.
Posting it, a video of it from someone else, and then having people pay to watch, that's inhuman. We don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
What?
We don't do that.
I mean, after Natasha Cooper asked people nicely. Yeah, after Natasha Cooper explained to people a couple times nicely, please give me 2 hours, What the Bug went and did that. It's like, I don't think she asked for anything unfair. She said, just give me my 2 hours. I've been doing this for 8 years. Give me my couple hours and then do whatever you want with the replay. I don't care. Just give me my 2 hours.
Yeah, that I see that.
And she was nice to everybody last night.
I can't look past the pay to watch. I can't get past that. I'm sorry.
Natasha
and maybe
Cooper
that's a personal thing.
Well, Natasha Cooper felt like she had to do the pay to watch because of what the Bug
that's
did.
Different.
But yeah.
That's different. I'm talking about what she did, and I'm not saying names. I'm just not going to say names. I don't think we should. I think we should drop it here. Because it's just going to look. I don't know about you, but I don't want to lick the spoon after we stir the poo pot.
Yeah, no problem. I mean? But yeah, like the last thing I was gonna say is Natasha Cooper was really great last night. She told everybody, grab your notebook, grab your pen, paper, take notes, and we're gonna go over every stab wound, and we'll go over everyone, and you can draw your own. She's like, I'll show you the drawing of it, but you could draw your own. She was literally telling everybody, I'm going to read the autopsy report to you. Get your pen and paper out and write it down. And then you have the autopsy report yourself. I mean, she wasn't gatekeeping it exactly. All she was saying is, give me my 2 hours. I'm gatekeeping it in a way for 2 hours. She's like, I just got it. I'm excited to read it to you guys. But, just come to my stream and talk to me. She's like, why do you guys want to run your own streams and not talk to me? Because that's people that are talking about the autopsy, but not with Natasha. And the people, like, what the bug? They've only been on the case for a month or two. Natasha's been on this for 8 years.
Right.
But I just think it's funny because she's being fancy last night. I mean, it kills her. She's like, well, I was told it wasn't coming out till September. And she had to literally just focus on what she was originally streaming. Because I think if she didn't focus on her own shit, her mind was just going to explode that Natasha got it first.
So I had a question.
Uh-huh.
So does your whole family, like, are your kids in Mormonism? Are you
Yeah.
still?
Yeah.
So you raised them in Mormonism?
Yeah, that's why I chose to marry Dawn, because my first marriage wasn't a religious marriage. He had no religion, and I claimed LDS, but I wasn't active. I've always claimed Mormon, even if I'm active or not. Hey, Jeff, no one wants to. You know what? I don't know Nicole Cooper, but I gave her the time of day last night because I understand her struggles. If I had been working on a case for 8 years and somebody who'd only been on the case for a month beat me to it and was restreaming me and doing pay for the, who knows nothing what Natasha Cooper knows about the case will spin with the bug in circles a million times over. I mean, Natasha knows the family like Fancy does, because Natasha was friends with Christy and everybody. Natasha was part of those Facebook groups years ago. She knew Ken and everything years ago. She knew everything years ago. She's been writing this case. And her and Fancy are rivals because they are both writing this case, but they have two different beliefs. Fancy even posted like 8 months ago going, hey, if Natasha Cooper is saying it and I'm saying it, then you have to believe it, because if you know me and you know Natasha, and if we're both saying it, well, then it must be true. Because it's like she's saying it, I'm saying it. Oh, they did verify last night that Dee Dee did have cancer. Oh, your girl's 13. Hey, Aurora here. Tony, my daughter's 13. Aurora, come say hi real quick. Rory, she's watching A for Adley. Say hi real quick.
What?
Say hi.
Hi.
Nice for all the content creators here. YouTube streets could all. Yeah, but that's what I told you guys. That's what's going to happen. Well, Natasha Cooper didn't exactly gatekeep it. She said, just give me my 2 hours. And then I will give you the autopsy and you can do whatever you want. I just want my 2 hours. But Mormon and everybody is doing what I said they're doing. He's going around to all his friends, his content friends, going, I'll share it with you if you want. I got it expedited. I paid for it. I got it. And
how
so
you doing, Tony?
But yeah. Like I said, my mom was converted and my dad talked the talk but never walked the walk. But when I was a child, my dad was a little bit more active before he got on the pain pills and the drugs. And when I was a child, I had seen him give many, many, many priesthood blessings to people. And I have seen miracles through priesthood blessings. And so when I got into my first marriage and there was no priesthood holder in the home, it left a hole in my heart, because I knew that there is power in the priesthood. There, if you ask God for the power, you can have it. If you are righteous and you ask
Do you
God,
believe that's obtainable by a woman?
I believe yes, it is. I have seen women like their husbands are in the army and they're gone. And if they can't find another priesthood holder, because what you're supposed to do is like you have home teachers and stuff that help you. You're supposed to count on your ward. And so you can call and say, hey, I need, like one lady went to took her 18-month-old to the hospital, and luckily there was LDS people there, to missionaries, to give a priesthood blessing. However, I have heard of women giving priesthood blessings when they can't find any priesthood holder and their husbands are, say, gone overseas or something. So it's not that people get mad at this, but the Mormon church is a little bit of patriarchal. Men have their roles, women have their roles. Because what people don't understand is, so the men go to priesthood class. They do their priesthood things. Women, we're in what's called the Relief Society. Our job is literally that, relief in the church. When somebody has a baby, we make them dinner 3 nights in a row so they don't have to cook 3 nights in a row after they come home from the hospital. Sweet. If somebody in their family dies, we make them dinner. We get together and we get a sign-up sheet and we say, okay, so-and-so had a death in the family. Like when my dad died, they made me dinner 3 nights in a row. That's
a Southern thing. Actually, just a Southern thing, not even a church thing. That's just a Southern thing here.
Well, me and my husband believe that every religion has truth in it. But here's the thing, though. It's just like the Bible. There is truth in the Bible, but it's been messed with by man. And so you just have to pray and ask God for the truth, because there is churches, not just Mormon ones. You got Catholic, you got Christian churches, and they all have truth. But there is man is invaluable, the right word?
Yes.
And man runs church. And that is the hard part. Is
man is fallible.
Yeah, fallible.
Hi, Miss Mama.
Hey, Miss Mama.
And how you doing, Miss Mama?
Cassidy spells it. I'm like, I get so tempted to cast him on my in-laws all the time. I'm like, I'm gonna freaking cast one on my in-laws again. My in-laws,
be gone.
My in-laws, when my children got taken, they decided to help out. And this is how. Okay, remember how I was talking to whoever was in here when I was talking about Elizabeth Smart, and I was talking about the Utah. I told you guys there's Utah-style Mormons that are really posh, and usually they live on the east side. But my in-laws do live on the west side of Salt Lake. When they immediately visited my children the first week they were taken away, they drove down the 3 hours to Vernal, where my kids were. They gave my kids a bunch of things, and one thing they gave my daughter was $200 bed sheets. These bed sheets, she sleeps on $200 sheets every night. I was like, nice. What? $200 sheets? Me and my mom were like, looking at it like, what? $200 sheets? The LDS is patriarchal. I owned a business and the men didn't want to deal with me. Well, so this is where it's man in the church, because like I just tried to get a job in the church right now, and the woman that interviewed me loved me. The man who interviewed me, I came home and told Dawn, I don't think I got the job, because that guy did not like me. And no, I did not get the job. I went in to start my first day at work, and the woman said, you need to go home and call so-and-so. He gets in an hour.
Oh,
I mean, And I called him, and he's just like, "Rose,
Sorry.
no, I." And I told my husband, I said, "I told you he didn't like me because I have good intuition, and I knew during that interview this
Mhm.
man did not like me." And he
See, I
is,
didn't know it was one in
he
the
is
job in the
Mormon.
church.
He is Mormon, and he is LDS. So I hold him to a higher standard than anybody else. And he was
Yes.
heavily judgmental and pissed me off because he is LDS. He should be non-judgmental. He should be righteous.
That's
And he should
correct.
not. He should have gave me a chance to explain myself
Yes.
instead of just fire me without explanation.
Well, I mean, isn't your belief that he doesn't have a place to be judgmental, only God does?
Exactly. Vengeance is God's. If you've done wrong and you haven't repented, it's not your job as man to punish another member. It is God's job to judge and to punish where he
That's what
sees
I
fit.
thought. That's what I thought.
See, me and my husband, I view us, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I think we are some of the better Mormons out there because
No, I know what you're saying.
I shouldn't have a prideful attitude like that, though. Like, we're not supposed to
No,
have a
that's not. I
proud
don't think that's.
attitude.
I
Yeah.
don't think that's. I don't think it's prideful. I think what you're trying to state is that you're doing your best to be on your best behavior of your belief
Yeah.
system.
We're
make sense?
following the beliefs for what they really should be. Like,
Right. Well,
people read it, but they don't
yes,
pray about it and
You're not
actually
cherry
follow
picking.
it. Yeah.
and you're not cherry picking. Yeah, you're following it as
What?
you're supposed to.
What, Colin?
Can I put my glass?
Yeah.
Oh, what
is
a
it in there?
cutie!
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. No. Wait. Is it? Go here. Oh, hold on. Here, are you clicked on it? Yeah, Minecraft. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead and play Minecraft. But yeah,
Yeah, take your
like
time
right
with them.
now,
Be
my
patient. They're
husband
sweet.
is trying to get me to work on what's called a pure heart. So he says you can't even hate somebody like Gypsy Rose. You can't hate her.
Okay.
And I said, okay, I don't hate her. Okay, I just wish she would maybe be the advocate she
You
told
can
everybody.
dislike her ways.
I wish, yeah.
Maybe dislike her ways.
So I'm trying to be very careful when I talk about Gypsy Rose, not to hate her, not to be too judgmental, but to be like,
Right.
well, Gypsy, you told the parole board this. This is how you got out on
You're
parole.
dealing in facts. Yeah, you're dealing in facts.
It's like, Gypsy, this is
Facts,
what you
not
said.
fakes. Exactly.
You know, you told us this about you leaving Ryan. You told us this about getting Pixie. And then we saw your show and we saw it differently. And yeah, I'm kind of calling you
Right.
out on it, which is kind of bad, yes and no. But I'm calling you out on, hey, Gypsy, I saw you beg Ryan for that dog.
Yeah, and we're gossiping. That's not a good thing either. But
Nobody's I'm like, I go to church every Sunday and take my sacrament and repent for
That's
it.
right.
So,
My husband's a gossip too, but he's Italian. That's not his fault. He was raised by a whole bunch of women, whole family of women. Makes him a gossip.
yeah.
Are you a gossip?
when I left
You're
my
not a
first,
You're a gossip. Oh, you hear him lying? Are you a gossip?
my
Oh yeah, not a
Yeah.
gossip. Mm-hmm.
first husband,
Fibber.
my first husband, his mom finally, his mom was kind of an absent mother, him growing up, because she was into drugs and everything. But then she got religious, but she was still kind of an absent mother because she married a guy who didn't like kids. Oh, don't drop it on me. What do you want?
I got into the wrong game.
How'd you get into the wrong game?
I don't know. It was 1 in the morning.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. What game did you want to get into?
The Look. I didn't know.
Hi, baby love.
This
How
one?
are you?
Say hi to
Welcome.
13th hour and everybody.
Hi, 13th hour.
Hi, precious. How are you?
Good.
Are you doing well?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Are you visiting your mom?
Yeah.
You having a good time?
Yeah. How do you know?
How did I know? Oh,
Yeah.
because you're supposed to have a good time with your mom. That's how I knew.
Yeah.
You're a good looking boy. What, baby?
How did you know we was visiting mom?
Because I told her.
Oh, she told me. She told me you were going to be visiting. So I knew.
Why?
Because I talk about you all the
She
time.
was excited. She's
Mommy
always
talks about
talking
you
about
all the
you.
time.
She misses you all the time.
Yeah, it's hard because we're just gonna be
imagine.
patient. We'll get them back. Like my husband says
Oh,
that
yeah.
that's one reason why we're trying to straighten out our life really good. My husband says as long as we, follow what God says to and be righteous, we have his promise that the kids will come home. We don't know how, we don't know what road to walk down. We're still a little stuck on that part because God doesn't
You'll
tell you
find it.
everything. But yeah,
You'll find your path.
We just keep praying and trying to make the right decisions. And hopefully that's going to take us down the path that my husband says we're promised to get these little dudes back.
Hey, would you give Miss
Okay,
Mama a wrench, please?
Yeah. What is
Thank you.
on calling?
Good job.
I don't know what to mean. You want to make
Miss
your own
Mama, anybody comes in here acting a fool, you take care of them for
What?
us, honey.
First person? That's all?
Yeah.
Okay, well, give me a second. You should have just said that.
I had to get your attention first.
Giving you some bopability, Miss
Uh-oh.
Mama.
I just saw
I'm not hearing you, sweetie. Mm-hmm. You bumped something. Yeah, she may be muted. I'm not sure. It doesn't. She is muted, but she bumped something. Miss Mama, it happens quite often. Sometimes, bless her heart. Bye, Boudica. Take care, sweetheart. I need to add you on Discord. Angie, that's sweet. My middle name is Angela. Did you hit your mute, Rose? Okay. I think she's talking to her children. So.
every time I move the mic,
There
can you
you
hear
are.
me now? Like every time I
Yeah,
move the
I can hear
mic,
you.
it mutes. It's like I gotta not touch the mic or something. Don't touch the mic. Colin wants me to put him in first person. I think I know how to do this. I don't know. I don't know how to work Minecraft. Chris isn't here. Just kidding. Betty. Yeah, these are the
They're
three.
beautiful kids, man. They're
Thank
gorgeous.
you. This one is Don Jr. He looks like his dad, only young. Wesley here.
Don Jr.
So if you kind of want to know what my husband looks like, this is a younger version of him. Well, when he was young,
Gotcha.
everybody was like, dang, it looks like Don.
That's precious. That's a pretty name, Angie.
Angela Danielle. Yeah. Let's see. First person view. Let me see. Trying to figure out. Okay, here's how you get in first person. You hit this top button. Okay? Hit that top button. Wait. It's getting tight over here.
Oh,
Eventually
sweetheart,
we're gonna get the kids some desks and put them right there behind me. But we've just been waiting. We've just been waiting because they used to live 3.5 hours away. And so we never got to have them in the house because we can't travel 3.5 hours to get them, 3.5 hours back, 3.5 hours there. And the judge didn't order overnights at this point. We weren't at the point because 2 weeks into the case, it was very early in the case. My lawyer asked for overnights, and the judge denied it because the case was brand new open. And we gave it 6 months. We gave it time and proved ourselves. And then the judge did order it, but at the discretion of the state. And so the state is like, well, you got to do this and you got to do that and you got to do this. And then we finally got the kids moved to Salt Lake, and we live 30 minutes outside of Salt Lake. So now they can finally come home because it's a 30-minute drive.
That's awesome.
30 minutes there, 30 minutes back, and 1 hour. 1 hour travel. So we went and picked him up this morning. They were all in the front yard waiting for us to pull up, and we got a new car, so they never seen the car, so they kept looking at every car coming down the street going, is that Mom and Dad's new car? Do we think that's Mom and Dad? But as soon as we got close enough and they could see me through the windshield, they're like, no, that is Mom and Dad's new car. They're like, that is. They're pulling over in front of the house. They're like, that is Mom and Dad.
Yay. Aww.
Like, my mom texts me, and they're like, she's like, Rose, they're watching the clock.
Of course they are. For every second.
Yeah. My mom's husband doesn't like, they were going to get to spend the night tonight, except for my mom's husband ruined it because he doesn't want them spending the night at our house.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't like me. He's only been married to my mom for a year. I met him. My mom called me a month before they got married. See, this is the sucky part of what happens. This guy doesn't know me. And this, once again, LDS people judging.
Okay, I was going to ask.
My mom calls me a month before, and she's like, Rose, I'm getting married. And I'm like, Mom, I didn't even know you were dating. And then I meet the guy finally. I didn't go to their wedding because I kept texting my mom because for some reason I can't see invites on my mom's Facebook. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't. And I told her I can't get the invite. I don't know the address to where you guys are getting married. And my mom's just like, at our reward house. And I'm like, I don't even know where you live. I'm like, I know Salt Lake. Am I just supposed to drive to Salt Lake and look for a wedding? I don't know. So I didn't go to their wedding. So 3 weeks later, I finally meet the guy. He comes over to my house and he meets us and the kids. But he doesn't really talk much to us. He didn't seem like too thrilled. And my mom's like, well, you can have whatever relationship you want with him. He's not asking to be your dad or anything, or, you know, whatever relationship you guys want. He's not asking to be the kids' grandpa if they don't, you know. And then a week later, so this guy has barely been in my life. He's met me once. A week later, my dad dies. So he comes in our life at a horrible point.
Oh, no, yeah.
And so me and my siblings are fighting over how to do my dad's funeral and stuff and how to deal with my dad's death. We've never dealt with death before. My dad had no next of kin, so his next of kin were his 5 children. And this is how the kids got taken because my dad was living with me. I kicked him out a month before he died. Me and my dad and everything, and my husband, we all got my dad. He literally tried to beat my husband up. He has 20 years of anger built up, and he finally let it out on my husband one night, and they got in a physical fight, and we kicked my dad out. And I had all his stuff here to get rid of. And my brother's like, yeah, Rose, we'll come help you. We know you got all of Dad's stuff. And I had my backyard full of vehicles, snowmobiles, four-wheelers, trucks, trailers. Like, I had everything in my backyard. There's generators, all kinds of crap that my dad left when he died. He lived in this room. And so this room was a huge mess. And I needed this room to homeschool the kids. And I needed this room cleaned up. And DCFS had found out that we were homeschooling the kids back in April. And they couldn't open a case against us because the complaints were unfounded. And so they're like, okay, we can't. They did a well child check, everything. They couldn't open a case against us. So they sent me a text message saying, all right, Rose, we have to close this case because they have 30 days to find something or close the case. Well, they couldn't find something. And they said, well, Rose, will you let us voluntarily open a case? They're like, we can't build a case against you, but will you voluntarily let us have one? And me and my husband are like, nah. We're not going to voluntarily let you in our home. And she disappeared.
Hey, baby, you're muted.
Why does it keep doing that?
There it is. I
I
got you.
want to put that up.
Thank you, Angie.
Whoops. No. Let's see. How did I change that? Oh, there's the edit button. Okay. you go. I don't know how to be creative. I'm like, how do I be creative? I'm trying to think. What's something creative like to be like here and then here's the Cash App. Just kidding. Because
Thank you, Danny, but Rose has special circumstances in her life that don't allow her to do other things. So this is what
like
the only thing she's allowed, like able to do at the moment. So we appreciate it, though.
yeah, no, like my life is kind of sucking right now. My husband is lucky he got his job back because he lost his job for 6 months. When the kids got taken, a month later, my husband lost his job for, we had to survive for 6 months. And it was hell.
Yeah.
And then
hang on, Miss
luckily
Mama.
his job took
Do I
him
know
back.
Jeff? No, not really. I don't know Jeff much at all. But
Jeff is from Morbid Stream. I've talked to Jeff on Discord stream before.
Well, I just bumped him out because he was being judgmental, and it's your choice
I know
whether or
it's
not
hard
to have your
because
kids.
some people say don't put your kids on, but then there's shows like A
It's
for
your
Adley
choice.
and stuff. I'm not like I'm not forcing them to be here. They're sitting beside me doing their own thing. I did tilt the camera, so I'm mostly the one on screen.
Right. I
But
mean, it's your choice. It's not my choice. So
I'm not literally.
I'm not gonna judge.
I'm not
like
literally
trying to
I'm not literally I'm not literally putting my kids up and saying here they are the show and making them do stuff and forcing them to do stuff so people will not using them as my cash cow.
Trying to find some topics, that don't affect them.
We're doing our own, we're doing our own topics. I think the link is just I'm double checking, but it's like I think the link for the Cash App is just the Rose is in the 13th hour. I was double checking, but edit profile.
Let him know I'm sorry. I apologize. Or if you and I just don't want anybody judging you. It's your choice. Not anyone else's.
Well, there's shows I understand in a way.
And he was choosing to leave too. So, if he chooses to leave, that's fine.
I mean, I understand.
I understand too. And if it were me, I wouldn't. If my grandkids were here, I wouldn't. But that's me, not you. It's not my place to judge.
Yeah. Aurora wanted to be like Adley. Aurora wanted to meet Adley. Adley lives here in Utah. I tried to stream and meet Adley, and they denied us because they said they're too busy because they're making a movie and doing this and that.
Yeah, I don't know who they are. Uh-oh.
Well, okay, there is this show called A for Adley, and it is all about this little girl named Adley. Well, how old is Adley now? I think she's a year older than Aurora. Like, she's getting old now. Her show is probably dying. But the whole show, it started out with just Adley, but then they had 2 more kids, and they put all 3 of their kids on the show, and they do arts and crafts. They play Roblox. They do games. They have so much money. They are so rich. They own so much land. They own their own park. And they have their own park they call Pirate Island. And they go play.
Ooh.
They do imaginative play. And Adley likes to play like a fairy. And her dad likes to play like a pirate. And Adley's mom likes to be a fairy. The girls like to be a fairy. And the boys like to be pirates. And
that sounds like fun.
Yeah. And Aurora knows all 3 of the kids'
almost
names.
Like a Renaissance fair almost like a Renaissance fair.
Aurora, what is Adley's brother's name?
Nico.
What's the other one's name? The little one.
Oh, Navy.
See, she knows them all. Like, they're famous. Awesome. They're hugely famous. I think they get like 1 million views. And the dad is also really rich because he owns his own company.
Oh, I see.
And it's all about like, well, what it is, it's a company. What I gather is going on is it's a company. I think they even might be LDS. I watch them and some of the things they say and do. But what it is when you're a streamer and you play music, it's copyrighted sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And so he, I guess, has a company that helps with the copyrighted music, so you can play music that's not copyrighted or something. I don't totally know. Wesley, you can put those stuff in a chest. If you put the stuff in a chest, then don't drop that. Don't get upset and drop it, please. You're going to break it, and then we won't be able to play it ever again. Okay, what you can do is put stuff away in a chest. You don't need all of this stuff anyways. Like, when you're... What are you trying to do, Wesley?
Trying to get the meat.
Get meat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do we open the backpack? Okay. That's not it.
Wait.
Is it that one?
No,
okay, thank you.
Monchi Cheese here
so
to
you
troll us relentlessly.
So you go like this, you click on it, and then you move it down here. And if you find a fryer, you can cook it.
They're here to visit, Layla.
Hey, Layla. They're just visiting today. But we're trying to get weekends and overnights so that they're here for a couple of days. The case should close in November, and then we can make a move to get them back.
Oh, for heaven's sake, give Monchi a cookie.
Mm-hmm. But
or she's gonna troll us relentlessly.
Simply finish my story. Kind of what happened was so 3 months goes by because my dad passed away in May, and we get to August, and I need to start homeschooling these kids. I need to set up, I'm buying new desks. I'm buying new computer monitors and stuff for the kids. I'm buying new stuff for the kids so that I can homeschool them. And I need to get this room cleaned, and I need to get the outside clean. And my brother, well, they're too busy camping every weekend. They're like, well, I'm camping, and because my brother doesn't have custody of one of his daughters too, and so he's always busy with the daughter that he doesn't have custody with too. He's got 2 kids with the one he's married to, and then he's got a kid with this other chick, and she's got custody, and so finally, and he was telling me, just put the trailers and the 4-wheel, put it all up on KSL for free. Just get rid of it, Rose. So I decided on my own to put everything on KSL for like $50, $100, really cheap. Just selling off trailers, broken snowmobiles, 4-wheelers, everything just cheap ass.
Right.
Well, I didn't have keys to anything, though, was the problem. And I called the bank and said, my dad's dead. This is funny. I called the bank and I said, my dad's dead. Can you come pick his truck up? He's not going to make payments anymore. And they're like, well, he hasn't made payments in 3 months. And I'm like, because he's dead.
Because he's dead. Oh,
and then they said they needed a death certificate. They said they needed a death certificate. So I go to my mom. I get the death certificate. I email them the death certificate, and I call them back. And I said, did you get the death certificate? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, okay. And they're like, well, can we speak to him? And I'm like, I just gave you his death certificate. No, you can't speak to him unless you have a Ouija board. Like,
That's not going to help you either, I don't think.
it's like, come get this
Wow.
truck. I was having a really hard time getting rid of my dad's stuff. Well, one guy came over and he wanted the trailer, but the truck was blocking it. And so he pulled my dad's truck out to the street and left it blocking the neighbor's driveway. And then he only pays me half the money that I asked for the trailer, because he does that sob story of, I'm actually pretty broke. Can I just give you like 20 or so bucks less? And I'm like, shit, fine, whatever. Because he's already got the trailer hooked up. He, of course, lays the sob story on me as he's hooking up the trailer.
Don't they always?
And yeah, they lay it on you just as it's too late. And so it's either unhook the damn trailer, I'm
like
done.
Yeah. Yeah. You feel like a POS. Yeah.
And then he pulls away and calls the cops on us. And he's like, oh, there's glass in their driveway and their kids are playing in it. And I was like, you dick.
Terrible.
Well, and the cop asked me where the glass in the driveway is. And I told him, I said, well, the guy cleaned it up. Because I didn't know, because I was outside and the trailer had some broken windows and some glass dropped on the ground. And I was like, I need to go get a broom. And I went inside to go get a broom and a dustpan. And he said, no, get me a push broom, a shop broom. He says, I can clean it up faster with a shop broom. So I gave him a shop broom. And then I went back in the front yard with my kids. Because I told my kids, if you want to watch what's going on, do it from a safe distance. Stand on the porch. Because anything could go wrong when you're moving vehicles in and out of driveways.
Mm-hmm.
And so the cops got there and I was like, I walked back there and I looked and I was like, well, he said he cleaned up the glass. And I was kind of looking at the glass going, well, I was like, looking for the broom and stuff going, well, I thought he cleaned it up. Because he asked me for a broom, because I kept coming in the backyard every 30 to 45 minutes. He was here for 5 hours. I kept coming in the backyard every 30 to 45 minutes and saying, do you need something? And if he needed something, I got it for him. He's like, I need a tire. I need this. I need that. He's like, I need a cushion. I need this. I need that. And so I'd go check on him. I'd get him his needs. Yes, the kids would follow me, because they were curious, and then we go back in the house. And so the kids were outside a little bit, but when he started towing everything out of the driveway, I told my kids, don't move off the porch. Stay on the porch.
Oh, yeah, for safety's sake, for sure.
The mess in the house from cleaning up my dad's estate gave DCFS a right to come over. And they slowly said, okay, well, Rose, your kids just need to leave for the day while you finish cleaning that room. They can't be in that room anymore. And so we said, okay, so we tried to call a bunch of friends and everything and go, can you guys come pick up our kids just for one day, one night? They can come home tomorrow. I just got to finish this room. And we couldn't find anybody. I called everybody I knew. My mom was in Idaho. My brother, his child had pink eye, so they couldn't.
Hang on, I need to. Do you know Layla?
A little bit. I've seen Layla around.
So yeah, Layla, my oxygen won't run out.
I know you had a problem last night.
Funny. But no, my oxygen isn't going to run out. It's attached to a machine that changes regular air into oxygen.
Oh, my dad had one of those. It's a really big thing with like a handle and like big. Oh, they're big and heavy. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it plugs into the wall. I have to put water into it and everything. Yeah.
My dad had one of those.
Leash. I can't leave the house. Yeah.
Yeah, I think my dad was on around a 60-foot leash too.
Yep. I do about 50. Yeah, it's about between 57 and 60 because I do a 7-foot. I have a 7-foot nasal cannula. Then I have a.
I don't know why it
7-foot
matters. I don't know why they're
extension.
mentioning it. Why it matters?
Me either. That's my point. I don't know why it's a problem.
No.
It's not. It's
But
not like
honestly,
it. It's
if I'm
not
gonna
like
run out of oxygen,
It's not
then
like
I guess I'd die here.
it's not interfering with the stream or anything. It's like it's not.
I don't think so. Is my
No,
oxygen bothering someone?
no.
Oh, good.
But
Your kids didn't even ask.
no, my kids didn't even notice.
Yeah, your
So
children
anyways,
didn't even say anything.
we
Cute.
couldn't find anybody to come get the kids, and the cops are like, Rose, we can't stay on your porch all day and wait for you to find somebody to come get your kids. And see, me and my husband, we were stupid at this time, and we just listened to everything the cops said, which is dumb. Because when the cops come to your door, even with a warrant, the first thing you should do is like call a lawyer or call like anything, and don't do anything the cops say. So they're like, Rose, can we just go down to the Children's Justice Center? We just want to give the kids some snacks. We want to let them play while you wait to find somebody.
Mom, I was starving at the.
Well, I called my son who lived 3 hours away, and my son immediately just dropped his work. He called his boss and said, I got to go to Salt Lake, bye. And he just dropped the meeting he was in and got in his car and took off for Salt Lake. And so I was like, fine, I guess we can go wait the 3 hours at the Criminal Justice Center. So stupid me took my vape there.
Oh no.
Yeah, because, stressed out, you need to take your vape. I mean, I smoked outside, but DCFS found out that I smoked vape. I just found this out 2 weeks ago. But they put on my kids' records that 2 of them, I don't know which 2. But you tell me what 2, because you see my 3 kids now. Apparently 2 of them have some kind of pulmonary NOS from my vaping. Which means, I looked it up, which means they should have asthma and breathing problems. I don't know. My daughter's over there going.
They look fine to me.
So I don't think she.
She looks fine to me. They all seem to be breathing just fine. Uh-oh. You touched it again. I can't hear you. Hey, Miss Mama, would you deal with that in chat, please? They don't need to be here. Thank you. Miss Mama will see you at Layla. Have a great day. No, she's not Angie. Miss Mama will take care of it. Thank you, honey. It comes with the territory.
I'm
I hear you.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out if there's a better way I could hook it in, but all 3 of my USB ports are taken. Well, kind of. Plug that, because that's the capture card, and I don't need the capture card right now. Anyways, so they convinced me. They said, Rose, we just want to take your kids to the doctors for a checkup. That's what we want.
No.
They're like, well, wait, just let us. And I told them no. And they said they were already mad at my husband for non-compliance. They're like, you guys aren't complying with this. You guys aren't cooperating. They're like, you're making this hard on us. And so they're like,
No.
Rose, I can have your kids be put in foster care within the hour. Seriously. If I wanted to take your kids, he goes, I don't want to take your kids, Rose. If I
Oh my
want, he
gosh.
said they would be gone right now. He's like, I could take your kids. They'd be in foster care within the hour and done.
Whoa.
So I said, fine, go ahead, take him to the doctor, which was the worst thing I ever did because an hour later, I got a phone call. They're like, Rose, your daughter has anorexia nervosa and she's going to die because she's so skinny.
What?
And yeah, they said she had
Okay.
anorexia nervosa.
No, ma'am. I have been diagnosed with that. No way.
It-
No way
Tell
that
me that
baby
my
has that.
14-year-old has anorexia
No.
nervosa and she's about to die. And so they sent
No.
her. They sent
How
her
much
to
did she
the.
weigh?
Well,
How much
she
did she
weighed
weigh?
No.
54-ish pounds at the time.
And how old was she?
12.
I'm starving to
Look at her.
I
She's
think
tall
she's
and thin.
fine.
She's tall
She's
and thin.
tall and she's willowy. She's what we call
Well,
willowy.
come here,
She's
Aurora.
beautiful.
Aurora, come here. Look, I want to show something real quick. I mean, I really look at her arms because I can't
I
show
can
you
see
her
her
chest
arms.
because
No, she's gonna be tall and
I mean,
thin.
look, she
She's
doesn't.
just a thin girl.
She's not bony. She's thin, but she's not like malnutrition
willowy.
bony.
Yeah, she's willowy. She's pretty.
So they
Yeah,
tried to diagnose. So they diagnosed all 3 of my kids with malnutrition and put them in the hospital for 3 days. For 3
Look
days,
at
my kids were in the
you and
hospital.
look at them. I see exactly why
And
they're built the way they are.
that's what my lawyer tried to tell the judge. Look at the mother. Now look at the child.
Look at the mom. Look at the child.
So did my probation officer. My probation officer's like, just look at Rose. There's the answer.
I have a 25-year-old daughter that is 4'10", and then I have a son that is 28, and he's like 5'5". He's itty bitty, because I'm 5'2", and then my 31-year-old daughter is like 5'4" or 5'5". She's just a little bit taller than me.
When I was 18 and I was about 5'2", 5'1", 5'2" when I was 18, because I've grown a couple inches since I was 18. But when I was 18, I was 5'2" and I weighed 95 pounds.
They're camping.
See, I weigh right in the 100-pound range. Well, my husband says about 105 now, but I take prednisone every day, and that's why I'm always puffy looking.
Well,
it's because I'm on prednisone.
And then we had an argument with my son in the hospital because we were saying the kids were not malnourished. And they ran blood tests on my kids. Their blood was perfectly fine except for magnesium, which is vegetables. They were low on their vegetables. Other than that, their iron, B12, all of that was fine. Everything, their blood work was perfect, except for magnesium. And they took my kids off of that still. They still took my kids because A, they were hospitalized, and B, they were low on magnesium. They were low on one thing.
I want to make sure I have this right. Y'all believe in doctors. It's psychiatrists that y'all don't do, right?
Well, I don't believe my mom's husband just yelled at me yesterday because I told my mom, take him to the doctors. I'm 99.9% sure these kids do not have pulmonary NOS, and I want the CT scan or the X-ray to back up this finding. Because that's basically cancer on your lungs.
Opinion.
Yeah.
You want to
actually, legally, according to Utah law, I am entitled to a second opinion that they never let me get. They are breaking the law.
Your husband to help you. Ask your husband to help you
get it.
They
put us on. So a month after they took the kids, the cops charged us And I'll tell you this, and this is horrible, but if you know my real name, all you have to do is Google me and you'll find this. You can dox me real easy if you knew my real name. And you're going to find a news article on me that is 99%, that is 99% wrong. Okay? They brought criminal charges against us.
I don't want, if that even comes up, you deny it. That's one of the things that I learned from. I learned from one of the biggest trolls on the internet. Told me this, and they
CPS
said,
is rotten.
Doxed, deny. If you get doxed, deny it. Deny it to the dead end. Because once you say, yeah, that's me, there's no going back. Just deny it until you die in breath. That's you.
See, I love it that like people like Miss Mama and stuff, I share my story and they understand. Because like my mom's husband and my 25-year-old son, they believe if you have a badge or if you are CPS, I mean, your word is God. You don't lie. You're right. If you're a doctor, if you went to school, my son is the authoritarian type. He's like, if you went to school for it, then you can talk about it. You could be an expert on it, but not unless you went to college for it. And so, like I went to college for criminal justice and psychology, and so my son's like, okay, well, Aurora, have you gone to the bathroom today? By the way,
what?
Aurora,
I need to go.
have you gone to the bathroom today? By the way, I haven't heard you go to the bathroom. Okay.
I need help. Are you playing something? Oh.
And so,
is she on Spectrum?
They both. Well, here's the problem. We couldn't get Aurora diagnosed because when we got Wesley diagnosed at 2 years old, and Aurora was 3, 4 years old, and Wesley was 2, almost 3. When we got Wesley diagnosed, the psychiatrist that diagnosed Wesley told us that Aurora didn't have autism. And so we never got Aurora diagnosed. And I think one of the reasons why DCFS took the kids is because last year when they were in our home and they asked us about, well, are you getting Aurora diagnosed? And I said, she's on a waiting list, on like 5 different waiting lists. And some of them are a year out. Some of them are 2 years out. Some of them are 4 years out. I said, they'll call me anywhere between 1 to 4 years. And she looked at me and she said, if I had these guys in foster care, it would be done in less than 8 months. Well, she pulled them into foster care and got it done in 4. My daughter is now diagnosed. They got it done, but she's diagnosed incorrectly. They say that my daughter has memory problems, and it's because of the malnutrition and that her brain is like shorted or something. I think she just didn't like that psychiatrist because here's what happened. I didn't believe that because like today I told Aurora, we're going to go to the electronic park. And she's like, Mom, remember last time we went to the park, the electronic park, and Colin bumped that kid and got a bloody nose? And it's like, okay, see, look, her memory's fine.
Right.
That was a year and a half ago. She remembers something from just over a year ago. Her memory's fine. Here, Colin, why don't you sit on this? This is comfy.
Well, the memory may not be affected, but do you believe that she's on the spectrum?
Yes, she is on the spectrum because at 18 months, she started the flapping right at 18 months.
The flapping.
See?
Yep. That's stimming. Yeah. Oh yeah. She's stimming. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Our society is horrible, Miss Mama, because for me, as the rightful parent to these children, it will take me up to 4 years to get my daughter diagnosed, and then over 10 years, if I file for what you call it, Social Security for the kids, if I file, Colin's playing hide and seek. If I file for Social,
it's fine.
Yeah, it's good. Huh, baby.
He's
These
all right.
guys,
He's not
well,
hurting anything.
one of the reasons why I let them on stream is they really love you guys. They make friends with you guys, and
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm
they
a
love you
grandma,
guys.
and I can go
Well,
in there. So
it is
Sure.
my stream, and if there's anybody ever that I suspect is bad, you're gone. I mean, it is my stream, so I control who comes in and plays with
1
my
second.
kids.
Boring. It's a boring game. Mom, I want to play with Leslie. Colin, I'm playing with you for now. I have to try. I have to go somewhere. Colin, are you?
Yeah,
Okay,
thank
I'll
you,
be right back.
Angie, because
1 moment.
they love this, you know, Angie. They love this. I don't force them to do this. You can see how they love talking to you guys. They love playing with you guys. I just let them do their own thing. I stream. It's my stream. I do my own thing, and they come in and out of it as they please.
Mom,
Baby.
I want to be on Wesley's
You want to play Lego?
with Leslie.
Oh, you can't because it's the same account. You can't. It's the same account. I'm sorry, baby. You got to get out of it here. We got to. Give me a second, Wesley. Let me shut this down. Hold on. Stop it, please. Unfortunately, it's the same account. You can't. Okay, go ahead and try, Wesley. I closed it. Let's see what games we got. You could try Luigi. You can try. I got it.
Ooh, Luigi.
Do you want to do Luigi?
Can you help me?
We can try. See what you can do, and I'll see what I can do to help you.
Please. Yes. Please. Please, come on.
Boom, boom.
I can see you.
You can see me.
I can see you.
Oh, you can see all them guys out there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, look. Mom. I'm going
Yeah,
to
well,
the beach. There's a
I have ran into perverts before that have virtually raped my daughter, and I reported them and got them banned off Roblox. And yeah, me and my mod, we took care of it.
Mom.
I mean, I have run into bad people, and we took care of it.
Okay. Yes. Is blue. Okay. Wait. Okay. Nice to meet you. Oh, nice. Okay. Nice. It's bad days.
That's funny hair. That is funny hair. I don't know what that is.
Is it a new update?
I think it's having you choose the style of game you want to play. Stream Park, Scare Scraper, Art Viewer, Story, Screen Park.
What's Green Park?
Click on it. Scroll down.
What's Green Park?
I don't know. Click on it. I can't remember. Okay, Ghost. Oh, this is the mini games. You can play Ghost Hunt.
Back. What is story? Let's see.
It's the story that you go through in the castle where you go in each room and you look for ghosts and stuff, remember?
Oh.
It's the story where you're hunting ghosts with flashlights and stuff in the hotel.
Maybe content.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I streamed 9 years ago when I only had, I had, I think, 4 kids at the time. I think I had the 2 older boys, and then Aurora and Wesley were babies, and so they stayed off stream. Like, nobody saw my babies. But I put the teenagers on stream because we were talking about psychology, and you can technically.
Mom,
Yeah.
I found my Rapunzel shirt, my unicorn shirt, and
Did you find your A for Adley?
no. Mom.
I'll go look.
I haven't found it.
May for showing pictures of her children and wedding photos. Yeah, but well, like I sit there and say, but there's streams out there like A for Adley. Why don't people go after A for Adley and shut it down then? Be like, there's children on there. But so I streamed psychology and I only had my teenagers on there. I never put the babies on. And because you can technically give somebody an MBTI personality test at the age of 14. And I was so into psychology and I was in the middle of college and I wanted to test my 14-year-old boys.
I want you to play it.
And I wanted to see if you could really pick out their personality that young. And so I had him do the personality test. And then we made streams about it and talked about it. What? Play? He's a doggy.
No, play the game.
Well, it's the intro.
Yeah.
And then
I broke it.
I
broke it.
Yeah. And then I quit for 5 years because I had him. I got in some trouble with the courts. And things went awry. And I came back to do psychology again. And these guys were at school while I was streaming. But then they would come home from school, and I told them, if you're good, I will stream once a week Roblox with you guys if you're good. Because I'm like, I do my streams during the day, and at night, I told them I will do one stream with you a week.
What are you doing it? You're breaking the Legos? Whose house is that too? Look what Wesley's doing.
Yeah.
Now, can you play now? I dare you.
Well, the problem with TikTok is it is full of kids and they support people like Gypsy Rose and stuff blindly because they can't. They just. They're in their rebellion stage. Maybe I'll put it that way. Like I was talking about a few streams ago, people are abandoning religion.
Mama, come on.
But what happened years ago, back in November of 2022, I was streaming psychology in the day. That was me. And then I told my kids, if you guys are good, when you get home from school once a week, what? I will stream Roblox with you if you're good. And it went from once a week at night. It kind of just started escalating to more and more and more and more until my kids became a daily part of my streams. Like they were never meant to be.
Is that their house?
Like they weren't originally meant to be part of it. We weren't going to do this family streaming thing, people. I didn't even know about family streamers.
Oh no, it's gonna collapse.
Yeah, exactly, Miss Mama. Yeah, they're being supervised. Heck, we know what they're doing, you know.
Oh no, I would never leave my 13-year-old here. If the only time I do is if I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, I go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
You can always turn off.
Yeah, I can turn the cam. Yeah. And I probably should. I should be like, I gotta go to the bathroom, turn off cam.
Yeah, just hit that cam, and I can watch everything.
We have to finish the game.
And that's what like Dobby was there for a while. Is Dobby would I'd be like, Dobby, I gotta be back. You know, my daughter's on the stream. Because one guy came in and he's like, is this girl 13? Why is she running a stream? And Dobby's like, her mom stepped away. It's her mom's stream. Quit freaking out. Like, it's not her stream.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's not hers. Don't have a coronary. But
Yeah,
it
it's
is
like,
better probably just to, just to turn
well,
the
it's a
camera
good
off
thing
while you
they.
run to do it.
Yeah, he came in the stream later and he's like, so you're Rose? And I'm like, yes, I am Rose. I am Aurora's mom. And I was like, I just had to like go to the bathroom or something. I can't remember. It's like I had to step away for a second, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, people will jump on you for anything these days.
Well, yeah, they will. They will find
They want to
anything.
police the
That's
internet.
that's why I was so afraid to say in Morbid's chat, I don't agree with Nina. But I finally got bold enough to say it. And then
They're
I
not
found out other
celebrities,
people believe it.
baby.
Well, that's why I'm
They're
mad at
just like
Toddy
me
once
and
said.
you. They're not any different than me or you. They're
That's
not
why
any more famous. They're not any more well known. Why? Because Gypsy Rose knows their name? Why? Because Gypsy Rose knows your name. That's
Morbid
the
had
mark of your life.
There's a
Come
streamer
on.
that DM'd me and they've been wanting to know a little more about Morbid's past and stuff. And they asked me today, they're like, how did Morbid even because they've been doing Gypsy Rose longer than Morbid. So they're like, how did Morbid get more popular than us? And I said, the kid is gay rumors. He pushed him hard. He featured Nina on his stream. Because before the kid is gay rumors,
you need to thank your
he
son.
wasn't.
You need to thank your son right now because he just did the most awesome thing. He moved that mic away from your mouth just at the right time, at the right distance.
Okay.
So you need to thank him.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank him for moving the mic. It was perfect.
13th hour did a perfect job moving the mic or something. You felt the right cue or something.
He knew what to do. He moved it just the right spot.
Yeah, people say they can't hear me, so I don't know how close to put my mic to my mouth.
I don't know what
You're good right now, baby. We can hear you just fine. You can relax with your kids. Don't worry about people judging you. I ain't gonna let them do it in here. It's not gonna happen.
I mean, there's shows like A for Adley and stuff. You guys, okay? See what happened
but you're
is
spending time with them right now.
The problem is there's a couple problems. First of all, Ruby Frank ruined it for not only mothers but Mormon mothers too.
Mormon mothers, yes, she did.
Ruby Frank completely. It turns out her whole community was helping her be bad. Like they backed a whole bad community. What are you doing? Oh, Colin wants you guys to watch him play.
Hey, that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, baby, show me. I know he can't hear me.
That's about us.
He should be able to.
That's
I don't want to. I don't.
And
I'm
careful. I'm careful when they're here.
Yes, you are. Yeah, you are. You're very careful what you say.
Wait, you need.
I have noticed.
And the stream.
Yeah. Okay. Tell him we are watching close.
Okay, they see it. 13th says she sees it close up. Good.
Chat.
Okay, here we go.
The whole chat's watching.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
let's go, buddy.
Let's play some Luigi. And so, yeah, we could talk about Ruby Frank later. She ruined it for people like Ruby Frank. There's other people that the Ballingers ruin things.
I'm not as familiar with the Ballingers.
She's the one that did the ukulele thank you, or not thank you,
Oh.
apology. The
Oh,
ukulele apology. Colleen
didn't
Ballinger.
she have something to do with messing like JoJo Siwa or something?
Oh gosh, she is friends with JoJo Siwa. What happened was
See, I
Colleen
think she messed that
Ballinger.
poor little girl up.
Colleen Ballinger was kind of like morbid. This is why they're after morbid, because
Oh,
Colleen Ballinger also had a Discord with young people on it. She was asking. I don't even know if I should say some of these
oh yeah, I
questions on
know.
stream.
Oh yeah, don't say, but I know what she was asking for
About
because she was asking JoJo
womanly
for it.
monthly things, womanly monthly things. She was asking people to talk
Oh
about
no,
start dates and how it felt
no.
and everything. And so
Oh,
she was getting people, she was getting little girls to be like, tell me how it felt and everything. And
You can see Wesley playing the game
And
oh no.
she was just doing so, and then she was live on stage. She did concerts and stuff, and she was live on stage. And she invited this 16-year-old girl, 15, 16-year-old girl to come up on stage. And this girl was wearing one of those little sundresses. Luckily, she had some shorts on underneath, because Colleen Ballinger laid her down on the stage, grabbed her legs and put them straight up in the air and spread them wide open for everybody to see.
I bet see you past the game. That's when I say come back.
I'm playing it right now.
Because you're too focused talking.
No, I'm not. I'm doing both, buddy. I'm doing it.
Why don't you do it at the same exact time?
I am. See, I gotta read. It's a cut scene. I got it. No, Colleen Ballinger was so inappropriate. And so she went down.
Yes, she was inappropriate.
No, it's JoJo Siwa. Did you see what JoJo Siwa did at one of her last concerts? Besides getting drunk?
I saw what she did at Disneyland, and it wasn't very Disney. That's all I got to say.
No, she did worse at her concert. She literally stuck her hands down her pants
yes, I
and
saw
rubbed
that.
them in up her shirt.
Mhm.
She literally felt herself up on stage. It was bad. It was bad.
Can you break the houses? Yes, I will.
I should put you guys in creative mode.
What?
I didn't put you guys in creative mode.
Are they on Minecraft?
They're on Fortnite, Lego, which is like
mode. My grandson he always spends more time and gets like deeper into it and more engrossed if it's in creator mode.
Yeah, well,
It challenges him more.
Wesley also likes to blow crap up. He'll build it just to blow it up.
Who doesn't?
He's like, tear it
I like
down.
blowing
He's
crap
like,
up.
Wesley, since he was about 18 months to 2 years old, about the time his autism started kicking in, this need to see things blow up kicked in.
Tell him I live in Oklahoma, and we blow stuff up on the weekends just for fun.
Wesley, 13th hour, she says she lives in Oklahoma, and they like to blow things up all the time for fun.
Just on the weekends we just blow stuff up.
On the weekends, blow stuff up.
Yeah, just for fun. No, like tree logs and stuff.
Because Wesley wants
just blow stuff up.
Yeah.
We like to save up our fireworks from the 4th of July and blow stuff up all the time.
You're like, let's buy extra because we need it to last all year round.
Mom, can I break this?
Because a lot of our fireworks are like just a quarter stick of dynamite.
I can remake the game if you break it. It's fine.
How do I get off this?
Gosh.
I keep getting into it.
Like this. This is the back out button.
Okay. Can I play?
Well, the way we can look at this is they're just spending time with their Auntie 13.
Yeah, it's like with Nicole or Natasha Cooper. It's like Natasha Cooper last night. She had her grandkids over and she was streaming. And when they came in the
See?
room, she'd hug and kiss them and talk to them. And then they'd run out of the room and she would talk
See?
about the autopsy.
Then why judge you? Then why judge you? Why? Because she has more followers? No, that's not acceptable. Not acceptable. No judging here. I'm not judging you. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it.
You're mine.
But
Just
yeah,
not.
like
Not my place.
I watch a lot of Cinema Shogun. He's covering JoJo Siwa right now. I love how he covers her
I think
face.
he's funny. I think
Yeah.
he's funny.
I love how he
I think
covers
he's
her
funny.
face.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's funny. I don't see eye to eye
Oh,
with
and
him
he,
on,
I
on
loved it when
everything, but he's funny.
the day Cinema Shogun saw Gypsy twerk on the internet.
Twerk like a tree.
Cinema Shogun is
I
like
do.
Cinema Shogun about he pretty much died that stream.
Yeah, he,
Thank you,
yeah.
Andrew.
I'm not surprised.
It's just like they were originally supposed to be part of my stream. I was going back to doing psychology and stuff, and it just I didn't even know it was a no-no. I have slowly been learning the rules of streaming over the last 2 years.
Right. I've been watching and learning a few things here and there, and
I mean,
you know,
before
and
I
hoping-
streamed,
I'm hoping that I don't mess up.
no, you won't. We're gonna be great. No, before
That's
I
what I
started
think, too.
streaming, we watched stuff like what's this one you're watching, Aurora? We watched stuff like A for Adley, and then there's this one with two little girls who play with Barbie dolls, and one's Elsa and one's Anna, and they have kids, Elsia and Anya. And they do these little voices and they play with these dolls. And there's these little girls. They don't ever show their face, but they are just the cutest little girls who have their own channel of playing make-believe Barbie stuff.
I do hope the parents have the comment section turned off.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it, or if they just do the video and like upload it.
I hope they have I hope they have the comment sections turned off. And I think there's not any way to keep any bad people from downloading it, because they can. I mean, I could take a phone and download it, watching it on my tablet or my TV, and snipe a whole stream. So, there's no way to protect it 100%, but you can still protect your children. And the way we're doing it right now, they're having a good time. We're hanging out with them. They're hanging out with us. We're having a good time.
And the thing is Aurora will get to know you. And if we have a falling out, it's sad because, like, she gets to love you.
We're not going to have a falling out. Don't
I hope
worry
not.
about that.
No, we're going to stream forever.
I'm too true of a person. I'm sorry. Unless you would have to do something to me.
No,
in order for this to go south. I don't think you would.
I don't like to hurt people. There's another streamer
and
right now
that they're going to say, "Oh no, 13th turned her back on so and so. 13th says so." Yeah, and I have reasons for that too. And no, I don't have an explanation to anybody for those reasons. So that
and Cinema Shogun, he does a lot of news and political stuff, but he also does Gypsy Rose,
you can find
and
Cinema Show. Yeah. Cinema
he does
Shogun,
he does a lot of things.
Opinionated. Fat and Opinionated is his other channel.
If you want to know what's going on in the world today,
like four channels,
like about the Russian ships that are just off the coast of Florida, he'll tell you about them.
Yeah. Oh, he's funny too. He's a little conspiracy theory. He's a little too right-leaning for my taste when it comes to politics, but I don't go to him for my politics. I go to him for interesting stories that nobody else usually covers.
And this
So,
is
Ms. Mama,
turn.
you need to check out Mr. Cinema Shogun.
This is
He is
turn.
funny. And when he covers Britney when he covers Britney Spears, I die
I
when he
haven't
puts up the
watched this
Britney
Britney
Spears stuff.
yet.
Oh,
I
his
haven't.
Britney stuff is to die for.
I haven't watched his Britney stuff yet, but I need to. I've been
It's
hearing
good. It's
Yes.
good.
Starlight was telling Morbid that she wanted to cover Britney Spears. Like,
That's
I mean,
Britney's like my age. Too
everybody
old.
needs to like
Are you proud of me?
chill out and let Gypsy live her life. Hopefully, yes, I'm very proud of you, buddy.
I
I'm very
think-
proud.
About
Excellent.
breaking a tree with my
Oh, you
new
broke a
car.
tree with your car? No way!
Oh, his giggle is great.
Yeah, call it.
Oh,
we
so sweet.
We almost stopped at we thought Wesley was going to be our last kid, and I kept having this feeling that something was missing from our family.
Beautiful. Look at
And
those
I
smiles.
see these are happy kids they took away. These are the kids they took away.
They're beautiful,
we're bad parents.
Rose, they're beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that because it's really hard. Because here's what happens. I've been talking to a streamer in DMs for a little while, and they asked me. They said, "Well, people are telling us that Natasha Cooper has a bad past, and she's kind of gotten over it. And what do you think of Natasha Cooper, Rose? Because we don't know whether to like her or not." And I said, "Well, it depends on how you let your past define you. Like Sir Morbid, I gave him a little bit of leniency because he's somewhat getting better, but he still is a bully and a groomer. And it's like there's other people that bad things do happen to good people. Okay, bad things do. Just because bad things happen, because here's how the world thinks. Because okay, my kids got taken away. That's a bad thing. Well, I must be a bad parent then. Because they don't. CPS doesn't take parents from good kids, you know. And so they tag you. And so I told everybody,
it's a well-known fact, even here in Oklahoma, that CPS will kidnap your children.
They will. They call it legal kidnapping.
Kidnap your children. You can do nothing wrong, and they will take your kids. Okay. Angie, hi, sweetie.
With Morbid, because I give Morbid a little bit of leniency because he's not messing with kids anymore. Okay, he's not. Okay. But he still is grooming adults and being a little bit of a bully. So the behavior is kind of still there. Luckily, kids aren't there because like what he did with Cowboy, I'm glad there's no kids in that stream.
Okay, what I need done is I'm going to need Ms. Mama, sweetheart. I'm going to need my sweet baby Angel to gently and sweetly school Angie Wangie, please.
Miss Mama, tell my mom and everything that because people, my family, it's stupid that because they know me. My family knows me. They know I don't starve my children. They know I take care of my children. My mom's like, well, once Aurora was throwing a fit at dinner time and I saw you give her a cookie. And I'm like, I don't remember that. Maybe I was under stress, and so I gave her a cookie once. I can't account for that. But just because you give your daughter a cookie once, because I'm like, Mom, if you were over at my house and I was under stress.
A cookie?
It was dinner time, and it was dinner time, and I gave her a cookie.
Stop. You're her mother. You gave birth to her. If you want to give her a cookie at dinner, if you want to make her a cake at dinner, and that's all she eats, because that's what she said she wanted. If my grandkids ask for that, that's darn sure what they're going to get. My 3-year-old grandbaby comes to me, 2-year-old grandbaby comes to me, TT, I want cake for dinner. Guess what baby's getting for dinner? And my daughters ain't going to say anything about it because TT's going to make that baby cake for dinner.
Well,
that's just all there is to it. People are so judgmental.
I told my mom, first of all,
let kids live.
Yeah, I told my mom, first of all, I don't remember that, so you can't hold it against me. And second of all, it was a one-time thing. Yeah, Colin's flying. He's on fire and he's flying. Oh, you got
Oh,
a torch.
get it. No, it's fine, baby. You let him have me. He likes me. That's cool. Hi.
Yeah, he's like, he wants to, yeah. I wish they
Here,
could
let me
hear
cam
you,
up.
but that's okay.
Hi.
Don't pull it too hard. Look, you're gonna crap.
I got it.
See?
I cammed up for him. Hi.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
I think that's what he went.
Hold on.
I'm here, doll baby.
Take it down.
Oh, that's a good picture, Rose. I love that picture, Rose. That's pretty.
Thank you. I took that picture. That's 9 years ago when I was streaming 9 years ago. And I was trying to do 1940s hairstyles with it, like,
Oh, it looks great.
and so yeah, I did
It
an
looks-
aerial view of my hair and everything that I was trying to get
It
this
looks like,
1940s
what do they call
look.
it? What is that? That Mormon? That what is that? What that core they call it? It's like Mormon core. Help me. You know what I'm talking about. You got cottage core and that stuff. It's like,
Mom,
like,
I keep
but it's for Mormon moms.
What?
Can you help with this night?
Hold on, buddy. I'm trying to fix the camera that you broke. Okay, here.
Hey, Angie, you shouldn't be shy.
What, you need to go down?
Panels, like at
Hey,
all.
this is
I
down,
used to be.
and this is
But
up.
look at
Okay?
me.
But how do I get out?
I'm fluffy and old and on oxygen, but
You
I
double
have to make
click.
friends.
Double
I had
click.
to make friends somehow.
Well, that's how I am. I hardly ever leave the house. Today we left the house and my anxiety was high because I hate other drivers. I hate people in the store that take up all the aisles. I was in pain and all I wanted to do was just get my crap and get out.
Mom, can you save my car? My car is upside down and stuck
Why
in
is
the
my
building.
come on camera? This jobber camera has a problem. If it gets unplugged, it throws a fit and doesn't like to come back on.
No.
Oh man. Why I shouldn't have let him mess with the camera. He pulled it too hard.
It's all right, sweetheart.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. We can still hear you, and that's all. That's all that matters.
Stayed. But yeah, I did that way back when I was a streamer. I was doing psychology and everything back then, and I was trying to get this 1940s look going on, and
I love it.
I mean, I knew when I had to stream, you gotta look real good and everything. And I hate my hair because it doesn't curl, and I didn't know what to do with it. But then I figured out if I did like that little. So what I have, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a part and two puffs. One puff on the side, one big puff above your forehead. And so there's
Angie.
So I don't break my
Let's
car.
see.
I like my
oh, there we go. Look, it's back. Okay, never mind. All I had to do was hit
you
start
did
cam.
it. Good job. Good job.
All I had to do was hit start cam. I hate the bullying and making fun of chat. Yeah, like half of Morbid's chat is really nice and great, though. And half of his chat.
So much worse.
But here's the reason why Morbid's chat is like that is they play off the streamer. The streamer's attitude. With okay, there's this girl that started out as a nobody, literally nobody. Okay. She's not a streamer. I think she's not a streamer.
Mama. There you go. Okay, Ms. Mama just put the important stuff up. There we go. She did. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's what needed to be seen. That's what Angie needs to see right there.
For me because it's broken.
You need to see the videos that have been put out by the invader.
Somebody emailed me. When I first was leaving Morbid, somebody emailed me and said, Rose, look at this video. Look who Morbid really is. And I looked at it, and now a couple days ago,
and it's true.
After Toddy One Skip did his thing, that girl re-emailed me and said, I don't change my mind on Morbid.
Do you have the video?
Can we fix the car?
Do you have the video?
Yeah, I do. This girl said, the girl said, I don't change my mind on
just make sure
Morbid,
the kids cannot hear it.
But she said, no, they can't hear it. She said, this video is spliced, Rose. And I don't like the guy who did it.
It is. Okay, it is clipped, and they may not. It is clipped. They took pieces of it that you needed to hear. You don't want to sit there and listen to 3 hours of stuff. I take it, right, Angie? You want to hear the important stuff. Is that correct? So I want to hear the information. Said,
So she's the one who started. She's one of the people who emailed me behind the scenes to get me to start leaving Morbid. And then she says, all of a sudden, 2 days ago, I get this email that says, I'm retracting what I thought about Morbid, although still not a fan. I was mistaken in believing the video I sent you. It was spliced together from someone that is sick. And she's talking about Vin Vader because this is Vin Vader's video.
Okay.
Let me put it up.
No, Vin Vader is a great guy. Vin Vader is so sweet. And the things that were said to Vin Vader are disgusting. I told my husband what was said, and I asked him if, as a grandfather, if somebody said that to him, what would he do? And he's 50 years old and had a stroke 3 years ago. My husband said I would get on my Harley. I would ride it all the way to California, wrap my hands around Jimmer's neck until he was no longer alive. That is what my husband said he would do.
What?
If Jimmer said something like that about him. So I understand from Vin's point.
Okay. So what? Yeah. What my reply to her was,
as long as the kids can't hear.
I told her, I said, I don't want to, try and convince anybody of anything. I'm not telling you what to believe. I said, but go watch the video of a 9-10-year-old kid sitting there saying how sick Sir Morbid is. That one, when Vin showed me that broke me. Watching a 10-year-old sit there and say,
that baby.
Vin showed me that. Vin shows me. Says, "How old do you think?"
So much wisdom in that child.
That kid is about
so much wisdom in him.
He's about my kid's age right now. This kid right here, between this kid and this kid.
Play it. Mom, go ahead and play it.
Everyone, this is Vin Vader coming to you live from Canada. Anyways, today I want to do this video explaining to all you new people who are following Morbid Reality truly who he is. Now, Morbid Reality is actually Jimmer Nam. He started off with, first off, a podcast doing Jimmer Nam, which was basically Howard Stern stuff. He started a community there where a lot of people helped him, and he ended up backstabbing everybody there. Plus, also, he had a youngster in Discord there where he had cam girls who helped his show tremendously. And basically, the cam girls had to have him removed from the Discord. So the Discord had to be shut down because Jimmer Nam gave this 12-year-old permission to be in there. Now, there's proof of this.
Yeah, I hate it when, look, it says, children more than welcome, actually preferred. And then stream is
deleted.
Yeah, it's like, and afterwards we'll delete it. So let's talk and do whatever we want. And then I'm going to delete this shit and you guys will never. And it's like, this is what it's like. But now we're doing this with adults, though.
This stuff. Yeah, plus also, Jimmer Nam turned on everybody.
Thank you, Miss Mama,
for
Vin Vader's link.
Jimmer Nam.
Please sub to Vin Vader
podcast.
Yes, you guys check out Vin Vader. Like,
Yeah.
when I
Now look at this.
interviewed Vader
He's
that
making
night,
fun of Gypsy. He makes
I
fun of
know.
Gypsy's
When I
eye.
saw this, I started laughing. I'm like, don't, oh my God, don't tell me he's cross. Oh no.
I'm good.
Oh,
I'm going to hell. I'm going to
I
hell.
know.
I'm sorry. I laughed.
If he's really cross-eyed, it's so
If he
funny
is, we're
that
both
he
going to
makes fun
hell.
of-
Yep. Yep. If
It's
he
like,
really is,
oh
we're
my
both
God.
going to hell.
He's making fun of Gypsy.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
Angie. That's awesome, Angie. Good.
I had the same reaction as you, 13th hour, when I saw this for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Died.
I was like, no. I was like,
No. Yeah.
I was like, but he makes fun of her possum eyes.
Okay, let's
But
play.
what I felt bad about was the first day I met Vin Vader when he came into my stream and I interviewed him. He left my stream disappointed, thinking nobody believed him. And I emailed him and I said, sorry, I believe you, but I have to be careful with everything I say on stream. And I said, but I do believe you. It's like, please don't be upset. Because I felt that he thought that I didn't believe him and I didn't like him. And he was just a joke up there, but he wasn't. So, yeah, you guys sub up to Vin Vader. Go check him out.
Yeah, Angie, no problem.
Yeah.
It's old Skeletor. Okay, let's learn some more.
Afterwards, went on to basketball. He also had that 12-year-old in there. And basically, what ended up happening, he got taken.
Have you guys decided what you want for dinner? Do you guys want pizza or do you guys want chili dogs? Or corn?
Chili dogs!
Because either we're going to I need to start making him pizza in about 30 minutes or so.
Pizza.
Or you guys want pizza? Okay. Or we're going to take him. Because there's certain restaurants that we don't have in this small town, but they're out there in Salt Lake. So when we take the kids back tonight, because I got to take the kids back in 3-ish hours. And so in 3 hours, when I take them back, well, me and Dawn are going to go there. If the kids want pizza, I'll make them pizza here and they can eat here. But I got to watch the clock because I got to feed them around 5 o'clock.
Get down for coffee.
Well, we can go ahead and go after. We can go ahead and go if you want to. If you want to.
No. They want to. We'll get to about. Let's do 30 more minutes. We'll get to 4:45. And then I'll go downstairs and make them pizza. We'll stop the stream. We'll make them pizza, and I'll finish up my night with my kids. Because they're kind of on a schedule. Well, they were on a schedule before they got taken, but they're on a tighter schedule now. I know people are saying my kids are wild and rough, and
no, they're calm and happy right now. We got them all.
Well, here's the thing also. My family doesn't believe in video games. They don't have computers. They don't have video games. They don't.
Oh, but that's actually pretty important when it comes to kids on the spectrum.
Aurora's playing her little ukulele while staring at her computer. She's not just...
Okay, see you soon, Angie. Thanks for coming.
Thank you,
and
Angie.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you. They are good kids. Thank you. But look at Aurora. She's over there playing her little ukulele while watching.
She's so adorable.
She's not totally like. They do other things while they play their game. They don't just get invested. And if I were to say, you guys, let's go walk to the park or let's go do this real quick, they would drop everything right now without a fight and go.
Okay.
So yeah, we got about a half an hour, and then I want to keep them on their feeding schedule. They eat around 5 o'clock every night, so I should keep them on that schedule.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Angie. We enjoy you being here.
The NBA was informed that he was using material that they used, and also was using.
Hopefully, Angie, you guys will like it going forward, because we're stepping off the gypsy train. We might make fun of it here and there a little bit. But I'm not investing in it anymore. I'm leaving her alone. Let her have her life, guys. Yeah. Let her have her life. The autopsy report's out now, finally. Yay. Now Fancy and Natasha can fight over who knows it better.
Yeah, that's right.
Fancy's like, well, I got professionals looking at it, so and Tasha doesn't, and Morbid doesn't. And you guys, I'm gonna have a professional help me look at it. So all you guys can look at the autopsy all you want, but I'm gonna be the one with the real answers.
Uh-huh.
Let us know what kind of culture stuff you want to talk about. Like right now, I can talk a lot about the Utah cult and the people who've stepped away from the Mormon church, because I know I've been raised in the Mormon church. I am currently Mormon. I've been in and out of the church. I have gone to Christian churches, Pentecostal churches and stuff like that. And I have been around a little bit in the world. I've looked into Buddhism and stuff, but I've always come back to Mormonism at the end of the day. And so I really have insight. And if I don't know the answer, I go to my husband. He'll know the answer. Because like today I asked, what is the 144? Because when we talk about Chad Daybell, I need to be able to explain to you guys what the real 144 is, not what Chad Daybell is saying.
All I know is the 144 baptized males go to heaven. Chosen to go to heaven. Basically.
I mean, people get it so wrong. See, this is where I got the inside scoop. So I will correct everything these
That's
cults have gone up there and done. And if anybody ever wants to come in here and be like, hey, I'm pagan or I'm Catholic, and help out with, because I believe in not making fun of the original church, but keep the original church intact. The Catholic Church, because like Lutherans and stuff, aren't they, like, they stepped off the Catholic Church and stuff and do their own thing.
I'm not really sure. I was raised in a cult of my own, apparently. The Church of Christ is a cult. And I just found out recently.
Oh, yeah. Miss Mama, did you see my video when I reviewed the ultrasound? Because when they did the ultrasound, they only put the monitor on Gypsy's side, and there was no gel on her belly. There should have been gel all over her belly, and they should have been moving that monitor all over her belly. But it was mostly on this side. And where's the gel? Her belly was clean, dry, not shiny. Where's the gel? I think I'm wondering if that was all faked. Is Ken in on it? If Ken was in there and Gypsy faked that, does that mean Ken is in on it?
Why didn't you tell me I can eat this?
Yeah, if there's money involved, of course.
Because they're grifting and they're moving really fast. Like, she should have done that ultrasound till her 20th week, because that's the best time to tell the sex. She did it way early, 3 weeks early. Like, she's doing everything really, really early.
Mom,
I'm wondering, this is my new thought, Miss Mama. She's never going to have the baby on stream because there really isn't a baby. She's probably going to buy one of those lifelike dolls.
I have
collect those. I think I saw you say that on Morbid's channel. I think she's going to get those.
I have a 9-pound silicone one that looks and feels like a real baby, and then I have one that's a clown. She's really cute.
I'm wondering if Gypsy's going to get one of those and, just hold it and just show the cheek or something.
Boy,
and be like, I'm not showing my baby.
You can get them.
Put the baby in the crib. And
silicone with hand-rooted hair, eyelashes.
You got
like real babies. Dead. I mean, it's very it scares a lot
because
of people.
it's so lifelike. Welcome back, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys say hi to Brian. Hi. Laura, you guys say hi to
Brian.
But I'm wondering if she's just gonna fake it all the freaking way, because that belly in that bathing suit, that's not a pregnant belly. And where'd her boobs go? I saw her boobs in the bathing suit. Where did her boobs go? I thought they were monstrously huge.
Is this an Ozempic baby?
Because there isn't. I know. There's so many things that it's like 1 minute I think, no, Rose, she's pregnant. Give it up. She's pregnant. And then all of a sudden, like, she'll do
Me
stuff
too.
like bathing suit thing. And I'm like, no, the boobs are gone. Boobs don't just disappear in pregnancy. She's almost halfway through her pregnancy. Shouldn't you have, like, decent sized boobs at that time?
You should.
But they're gone. Her big boobs. I told you guys she was wearing padded bras and she was pushing them up and she was using filters to squeeze her face in and boom her boobs out.
Yeah.
Because those boobs in that bathing suit did not go down to her arms like Morbid was making fun of. Remember how Morbid was making fun of that her boobs sit too low down here? But in that bathing suit, they didn't sit that low. But you're falling down a big hole. Uh-oh. Where'd you go? And so, to head out and go ahead. Thank you, Angie, though. Hope to see you again. We're going to have some more fun. But yeah, let's get watching this video while I got a few more minutes and then I got to go start dinner for these guys. Let me go preheat the oven real quick. Give me 2 seconds to preheat the oven. I'm going to go preheat it now. So, let me take the camera off first.
Yeah.
So people can't see the kids.
Okay. Hang on.
Let me take the camera.
All right. Let me show you this really quick. Can you hear me, Rose? Did you walk away, Rose? Yeah. Cooking for the babies.
Oh!
I'm
Okay.
for you.
Let's get this video watched while I'm here. Let's finish this. But then everybody keeps asking me about, because there's people DMing me and I'm just like, I just can't turn on Vin Vader. I believe him. I can't go back to the other side because I believe in. Are you there, 13th? Can you guys hear me? Hopefully you can. Oh, look, Aurora, a baby doll. Look at this baby, Aurora. Look at this baby doll. Does it look real?
Yeah.
Does that look real?
Yeah.
It looks real, huh?
Yeah.
That's such a real baby. Okay, good. Because I'm like, I moved my mic. I hope it didn't. Yeah, see, I'm wondering if Gypsy is going to do that. And so, no, Gypsy's baby won't be on screen because it's not real.
How do
What?
I switch to close you?
You have to, is it double click this one? Okay, hold on. I think you have to double click this one, Colin. But every time you double click it, you fly instead of do the parachute. Because
You know
you're
what
in
you
some
should do?
kind of mode.
You should change the name of this live to 13th Hour Gives Birth Live.
Okay, next stream we'll do this is our thing of what Gypsy's going to do.
Yeah, this is
We're like,
it.
here
Snuggle
is
the
what will
gypsies, baby.
happen. And 13th hour, you know how like Fancy and Ryan did
Yes. Hi,
they
honey. I'm
so
your mom.
so yeah. It's like we can do some we're gonna do, what is that called
And
again?
Rose,
Yeah.
you can be the dad. And you can be
I'm
I'm your
gonna
dad.
be Ken. I'm Dad.
Yeah. Hi,
I'm
hi,
Dad.
baby. I'm your mom. You can be the dad.
Mom,
Yeah.
can we make a call in this game?
Be like, oh,
Please?
it's got your nose already.
It's already got your nose.
We're gonna have to get a
Wait a
nose job.
nosy.
Here, I'm calling the
Nosy
doctor.
Rosie.
Be like, my baby was just born 5 minutes ago, and it's got a bad nose. Can we schedule an
Can we
appointment to
get
get
that
rid of
fixed?
it?
Can we get that fixed?
Like, can we fix this nose?
Hey,
Thank
Doc.
you.
Thank
Okay,
you. Thank you. Thanks. We appreciate that.
we'll get the nose fixed in a couple weeks.
Oh, heavens to Betsy. Bad lady. We're bad lady. Bad.
But I'm
Bad ladies.
wondering, is Gypsy that big of a con artist? Do you think that she's gonna go that
Okay.
far? Will she go that far? And will Ken and Christy stay through it? Or will they? Or will this?
Yeah,
Is
yes,
this?
I-
Or
I-
is this
I
what
say
will get
it is
Gypsy?
in. No,
Or
it's
is
within
this?
the realm of possibility. Yes, that she
Or
would
is
push
this?
it that far. Yes.
Or they know she's pushing it this far, and they need her to do it so they can get that conservatorship.
Mom, help.
I don't know, but I do know that it is within the realm of
Mom, help.
Also, what is
possibility.
interesting?
Absolutely.
What is interesting is everything that's happened in the last 2 weeks. What, bud?
I'm stuck on this tree.
You're stuck. Okay, you just jump off. Just
Stuck
jump
up the
off.
tree. Bye,
Just
Auntie.
jump.
No,
jump.
Monchichi, we're not wood turning.
Oh, you did
I'm
it.
sorry. We'll try wood turning next time.
Oof.
I'll have to figure it out.
So,
What is wood turning? What?
I'll show you.
Hey, Nene! Nene! Oh my gosh, the famous Nene
what was
in our
it?
chat.
Oh, here's the odd
show
thing
ya.
that's been happening in the
Mom,
last 2
Mom,
weeks.
I'll show ya.
Everybody's seen it, but nobody's put it together
Mom,
yet. But I did.
Mom,
I told you half of it last night, 13th.
You,
Huh?
you just went off and press it.
Oh, nice.
Just went off and press it.
So what has happened? There's 4 things that have happened in the last 2 weeks that's crazy. Okay?
Okay.
So first, Gypsy's PO requested on the 20th. She requested Gypsy's CaseNet records, same ones that are on case that she put in a request for them. Okay?
Okay.
And then Nick. The second thing that happened is somehow Nick is done with the pills, okay? Because that's why because the autopsy report cannot be released until the prosecutor is done with it and doesn't need it anymore. And then it becomes public record as soon as they don't need it anymore for court or anything. Because they can't have it public record and have the public see it and then call jury.
Yes.
So
Right.
basically, what's weird is
Yes. How do I place it?
somehow Nick is out of appeals recently. The PO requested Gypsy's records. Then 8 days later, Gypsy's records disappear off CaseNet, which is bad. Katie Joy, go look. She explains the 4 or 5 different reasons why it disappeared. One can be due to new charges. Like I told you, she did commit a federal crime by A, getting Nick to come from out of state, and 2, using the mail to hide a murder weapon. And then the third thing that happened is the autopsy report came out. So these 4 things have all happened like within a week. Like I don't know if the same days or just within a week, or I haven't got the dates on them, but 4 major things happened all at once. The autopsy report came out. Gypsy's case disappeared off CaseNet. Nick is out of appeals, and her PO has been requesting her records just before they disappeared. So why did all of these 4 things happen all at once?
Cover up.
Because you can't pulling a
Cover
case off
something up.
CaseNet. This is so weird because
I mean,
so
it could be any million things to cover up, but a cover up of some sort.
Let me ask you this: if this is a cover up, is that autopsy report that got released? Is it the full true autopsy?
Okay. From what I don't know
Nothing's
if it depends from state
redacted.
to state. Okay, I don't know if it depends state to state. I'm sure it does, but from what I understand, the family,
be careful.
The immediate family is the one that gets the autopsy results. The immediate family in this case is Gypsy.
Well, what I said is when
she can choose what to cherry pick to let out into the public and not, unless the rules are different in her state, and I don't know it.
Nobody believed me when I kind of said what you said. As I said, because when Dee Dee passed away, the next of kin has to deal with it, and they get the autopsy reports, and they decide what happens to the body. But that was Gypsy. But Gypsy went to prison, and it obviously, because you guys seen it in Mommy, Dead, and Dearest, it turned over to Claude. But Claude didn't want to have anything to do with his daughter at this point.
No.
Because at
From
this
what I
point,
understand, they flushed her ashes.
No,
like
they did not.
They didn't. Is that the rumor?
One of this, Claude told. See, Claude was next to kin, and Claude's like, "I'm not paying for these ashes. I'm not going to Missouri and get them. I don't want these ashes." The battery's gonna die soon, by the way, but we're gonna go soon anyways, bud. And so, I don't know what daughter he turned it over to, Dorla or Claudia, but one of those two said, "No, I will pay for the ashes. I will take them."
Okay, good,
but
good.
I looked up all the laws and rules about. There's only 2 people who can have the autopsy report,
Let's switch it.
And that is next of kin and the prosecutor. If it is next of kin, always gets it. Next of kin always gets it. But if it's a murder case, the prosecutor does control when it's released. But I think the next of kin can still get it because next of kin, like say, I don't know, say Claude really was upset at his daughter's passing and everything, and believe that Gypsy did it or believe that Nick did it, Gypsy didn't do it, and he could go to court and fight and say, "I don't want an autopsy on my daughter, and I don't want it going to court. I don't want this autopsy report released to the prosecutor." It's a hard thing. You're probably not going to win it, but I mean, I'm just saying that to show the rights of the next of kin. How much rights they have, because next of kin has a tremendous amount of rights when it comes to the body. They can fight an autopsy. They can fight things if they wanted to. They could fight to be there during the autopsy. But coroners don't like it because it's distracting. And some states don't allow it. They're just like, no, it's too distracting. They'll get it wrong. And plus, you shouldn't see your loved one like that.
No.
Put your loved one back up and then see your loved one. Don't see him all torn apart and their skin pulled back and whatnot.
Right, definitely.
You don't want to see literally their insides. But they got Becca Scoops and Morbid got upset at me for caring about the autopsy and saying that I think that Claude has it. Because I think that the thing that was put on Facebook might have been a slip up from somebody in the family who had the real autopsy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think there's any reason why then like I said, but I do live in Utah, but I could call my friend Russell and ask him if he got his mother's autopsy because she was murdered too. I can ask him if they gave it to him right away. Because of course he did an autopsy on her because it was a murder.
Right? They had to.
But I can ask Russell. I just haven't talked to Russ. I was 6 months pregnant with him when Heike died. And so I haven't spoken to Russell since the funeral. I helped him with the funeral because I knew his mom for 14 years. And his mom kind of abandoned him and he never knew his mom.
Oh.
But he was next to kin because he was the oldest son.
Precious baby.
And so when she passed away, they turned to Russell and they're like, well, what do you want to do with your mom? It's your mom. You're the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
So I was there for him. And he said it would take 8 years to prosecute. And so I've been counting with Colin's age. I'm like, when Colin turns 8 years old, because the guy who murdered her did have schizophrenia.
Oh
And
my
so
God.
they have to deal with the fact that if he hadn't had schizophrenia, he probably wouldn't have done this murder.
Oh, or if he was being treated for it or something.
Settle down, Wesley. The controller's dead, and we're gonna go have pizza in a minute, anyways. You got to eat dinner soon. Let's watch a little bit more of this while we.
A lot of the sayings and descriptions that they were doing from different shows, and basically calling it his own, which
I've taken every single one of Morbid's sayings and Googled them, and that's true. None of them are original, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
None of them.
Nope.
taken down very quickly. He also then started a podcast for young children, which basically brought in about 150,000 subs. He was doing very, very well. The only problem was he was being very, very inappropriate with children, playing sexual content to kids that were 7 years old and up, kind of grooming them. I'm not saying that he's a pedophile, but his behavior, talking about sexual intercourse, anal sex, things like this, will make you sick. I've got proof of that too. Plus, also, Jim Renan then was taken down by Illuminati in that thing because he was attacking other creators, which is a big story with him. He cannot handle anybody who has success. If they have success and are in his channel, he goes after them. He doesn't like to be. He likes to be number one. And you know something? He'll put down people to the end of the. He steals. He uses others' clips. He's just a piece of shit. And you're going to see a lot of different things that this guy does. It's unbelievable. I mean,
I'm sorry. I have to point out the chat. Come on, Chi-Chi. Did Miss Mama time you out for 153 years?
Nene said, oh my, hey, it's 13th hour up there. Look at those beautiful mamas. Two beautiful mamas. Thank you, Nene.
Yeah, aren't they beautiful babies?
We're gonna start doing some beautiful. We're gonna start doing some beautiful streams together.
Yep.
Guys are gonna.
They're spending time with their auntie. I'm their auntie, and this is how they can spend time with me. We live too far away from each other, so nobody's allowed to judge.
Not too terribly far. I think you're about 20 hours away. Because Oklahoma is about 24 hours away. Because I think from Salt Lake, because my son, my oldest son, his wife has family in Oklahoma, and it's a good 20-hour drive for them to go to Oklahoma.
What city do you know?
No, I just know it's really, really small. They're
all small in Oklahoma.
Wes, it's dang it, Wes, I need there's something I need to get you back hooked up, and I gotta keep it. Here it is. It's right here. I need this, and then you can start playing again. Okay, there you go. Charge it up. Buddy, you gotta scoot back over. We gotta both squeeze our butts into this little chair. There we go. Got our butts in. Yeah. So what were we talking about? Oh, but yeah. We're gonna start doing some fun streams together. It's gonna be great. Like I said, we'll touch down a little bit on the gypsy drama because I'm gonna laugh at it. Like I need to watch that video real quick with Fancy. No, Fancy.
Yeah, just don't let it get you too wound up.
No, I want to see what she thinks. I want to see what because she's so upset that Natasha Cooper broke it first. And I think it's, I was watching that movie last night about Jodi Arias, Dirty Little Secrets. There's a couple things that it's like, as a Mormon, I would like to correct in there that happened. There's some people have retold her story. And as a Mormon, I would like to correct a couple things that people have said wrong about the case.
Wait a minute, that's got Mormon ties to it.
Yeah, the guy she killed, he was LDS. He was Mormon, and
no wonder he didn't want to marry her. She wasn't material.
Well, he wasn't so great himself because he would sleep with her, but he wanted to marry a virgin, and so he was being very hypocritical. Because he's like, you're dirty, you're unclean. I want a clean wife, but what wife?
But he's the one that made her dirty.
So it's like, in a way, maybe it was a good thing because you were about to deceive your wife before you even married her.
Right.
And that's in my book. That's because he's gonna say he's a virgin so he can get married in the temple also, and that's a big deal because
right.
If you get married civilly, it's till death do you part. But Mormons believe in eternity, and so when you get married in the temple, you're saying, "Well, I'm going to be with you for eternity. After death, we're still married, dude. You're still mine after death."
Right.
Like
I just learned recently about the temple weddings. Like
these guys are
how you can not be even invited to a temple.
Yeah, you have to.
You're kind of like and it's kind of like it's like temple day, and like everybody shows up to get married at the same time. And
if you don't have a temple, if you don't have a temple recommend, you have to wait outside, and you don't get to see the ceremony.
Right.
Which is that's the only thing I don't like about Mormon. That's the only thing I don't like about Mormon weddings. I do hate that part. I wish I had chosen a civil wedding because when I walked out of that temple. What happened was when I walked out of that temple. So you get married and you hug everybody that's in the sealing room with you, and you're so excited because there's a lot of people in that sealing room. And then you walk outside. So what happens is after you get married in the temple, they hold the bride and groom back for about 10, 20 minutes. And they let everybody leave the sealing room, go outside and stand in a line outside the temple doors. So that when you walk outside the temple, you walk down kind of like a catwalk that's like 40, 50 feet catwalk. And everybody that is there for you is there. So when you walk out the temple doors and go back outside into the terrestrial world, you see everybody that doesn't have a temple recommend, but they showed up and stood outside for you.
What do you do next?
And it just breaks your heart. 'Cause you're like,
Mama!
oh, you were here? Oh. What?
What do you do next?
What do, go in there and search drawers and stuff. And so, yeah, it kind of breaks my heart a little bit when you step outside and you're like, oh, shit, thanks for coming, but, oh, I'm sorry you
Yeah.
didn't get to see us get married.
Right. Sorry we couldn't let you in. But I get it. I mean, I understand it. You know, everybody's got their rules, and I don't see a problem with that.
And so, yeah, it made me feel a little bad.
Yeah, I understand
But,
that.
I mean, that's the
how are
way
you supposed to
Mormons
know?
we're the only ones that do it that way.
Yeah, I think so.
It's the problem is this is the reason why some people fall away, because this is the problem, is because what happens is people who are getting married in the temple for the first time, especially converts or people like me. Well, I mean, I grew up in the religion, but my parents didn't really tell us a lot about it, so it was almost like I was a brand new convert when I married my husband. And I've never been to a temple wedding, outside or inside. Never. And so his
really?
family and stuff, they talk up temple wedding. They talk it up. How beautiful.
Oh, I think we lost. Hey guys, I think she lost her power. I think that's what happened. Yeah, fudge nuggets. She won't be able to come back. Miss Mama, I don't know anything about StreamYard. If I back out, oh wait a minute, it looks like she's coming back. Hang on.
Mama,
There she is.
still can't find it.
There you are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, babe.
I got kicked out of my own life somehow. It's like, re-enter studio. I'm like, it's all like re-enter studio, and I'm like, what's going on?
We went all fudgy nuggies.
Okay, the oven's heating up. I'm gonna look at this 2-minute video, and then we'll close up stream and go do pizza. Okay?
Be careful.
What?
Hey, be careful.
You
She
talking
might
about
strike
I
what?
you.
can't find the key.
Oh, you can't find the key?
I'm
He's
looking.
playing a little bit of a hard game, and
Hey.
Luigi
Will
is
Fancy
hard
strike
game.
you? Will she strike you for
I
this?
don't know. We'll just watch 2 seconds of it. I don't know. Is it?
Okay, if you want to take the chance, babe, that's up to you.
Well, here's the weird thing: is this Fancy says this is for education purposes, because it is. It's about the autopsy. This is educational purposes. Educate us, Fancy.
So I look in.
How
Okay.
can she strike me if I say?
Well, we'd
Just
like to be
because
educated.
I wonder how she got
Okay.
this information. I don't.
Okay,
Yeah.
I agree.
So
I
the
agree.
autopsy
Okay.
report is out. It was released just a little bit early due to the Labor Day weekend. I do not have my copy in hand yet. I should have it
Somebody
Tuesday.
drop
However-
Fancy's channel. Have somebody drop Fancy's channel in the chat, please, Miss Mama, if you could.
Yeah, you guys. I don't hate Fancy. I just, when I saw her lie about Sarah, I had a huge disagreement with her. I don't get what's going
got
on
a
between
peen
her and
screen?
Queen Cat Sarah.
Do you have a peen screen?
What?
A peen screen?
Like, what do
A
you mean?
protective
Green
screen?
screen or
No, like a
green
protective screen. No, a peen screen, so like nobody sends you a weenie bomb, you know?
Oh, I know. I'm new to this. I still don't know much about streaming, even though I've been doing it for over a year on Twitch, and I've been using Streamlabs, and Twitch is a whole different world than YouTube. I entered YouTube this January. What? Colin,
Okay,
stop
don't worry.
repeating
Don't worry about it. Just go ahead and play it. If she gets upset, I don't think she's going to get upset.
Search every piece of garbage.
It's 2:43.
Won't let you.
I did look in garbage. See?
Yay!
See, there's nothing left. I looked in there.
Okay, let's go in that room and I'll help you look. Okay, this is educational purposes. If you like Fancy, go to
Yeah,
Fancy's
that's right.
page. I'm not saying don't listen to Fancy. I just
No, this is Fancy, not Bullhorn Betty. This is Fancy.
I don't know who
This is-
Bullhorn Betty is, but I get to know her. I just want to see what she has to say because
Bullhorn Betty. Boy,
I just
got
wanna-
all that lore on her.
well, maybe we'll do her later. We'll have to
No,
talk
we
about
won't.
it and do no,
Nope.
don't
No,
touch
we
her.
won't.
Okay. Well,
No,
see,
we won't.
I'm curious about Fancy because she just admitted she doesn't have the autopsy yet. So basically, she probably listened to Nicole Cooper's video.
I have seen the previews that other people have put out, and I've got a couple of thoughts that I've been working on with.
See, she's saying other people. She should credit Natasha Cooper. Everybody knows this is coming from Natasha Cooper. Even if you get it from your mod got it from Natasha Cooper. Or your mod got it from Natasha's mod who got it from Natasha. But we all know this came from Natasha.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes. Because right now at this
Allegedly.
moment,
This
allegedly
is all
right now
speculation.
at this moment, allegedly according to Nicole Cooper, she's the only one with the copy.
That is correct.
I haven't been informed as of this moment in time that anybody
No, we
else got
have
a
not.
copy. I know Morbid has
Not
one
by
on the
anybody.
way.
No.
I know Morbid expedited one, but he said that it's
He has
because
not
of
received it yet.
the holiday weekend. He won't receive it till like Tuesday or something because of the holiday.
Okay.
with my
Well, we'll
experts
just
and my
wait
team
for the-
today. So the first point I think that I want to take away from this is, first of all, I'd like to say, I thought that the autopsy would do one of two things. It would either completely confuse us, or it would prove exactly what I've been trying to tell everybody for quite a long time.
That is
And
Dan.
based on what I've seen in this, it looks like I was right. So the first thing, the wounds go from left to right, which indicates a right-handed jabber because of the way that is done. Back to front, right to left, or left to right. So that's how we have that. Second piece here is that the pallor, it says visceral pallor. Now, if Dee Dee had bled internally, as some other content creators have tried to let you believe, her skin tone would have been bluish in nature. Instead, she was almost as pale as a white sheet. And that indicates the loss of blood outside of the body. So if there is great blood loss outside of the body, where is the blood? Where's the blood? We've all been asking this. Where is the blood? So that's what I have already.
You know, can you hear me? Oh, you're muted, babe.
Allegedly, I am the one who said on my streams, and I think on Morbid's panel, and this is why I don't like going on Morbid's panel anymore, because people steal my shit. Shit. I didn't say I said shit. I from the very first moment I saw that bed, I said, "Where's the blood splatter? Where's the blood?" Because Ryan and Fancy kept talking before I ever saw a single photo. They kept talking about, well, the schmuds, the red stuff
Fancy's
splatter
channel name?
is the red stuff splatter. They said doesn't make sense. Well, I'm looking at the crime scene photos for the first time, and I look at them and I say, there is no splatter. There is a little bit on the sheets, a tiny bit on the comforter. The way her neck and everything's cut. And then I referenced a schmurder here in Utah, where a woman, I think, only got her neck sliced.
This is the point.
And
Mom,
she soaked the whole bed, and he had to buy a new mattress.
look.
And that's how he got caught. Because the police found the receipt for the mattress that morning, for the new mattress, the day his wife went missing.
Mom, you just turn it
And
around.
I was like, see, when you schmurder somebody,
You turn it around and you can see everything.
and then all of a sudden, a couple weeks ago, that's a map. That's a map of the hotel.
I think it's important.
Yeah, I think it's telling us
Oh, wait.
to go maybe there. I don't know. And then all of a sudden, her and Mac and everything are like, look, the bed's not soaked. Look. And I'm like, I've been saying that for a while, you guys. I've been saying that for a while, you guys. I'm a small streamer, so people don't credit me because hardly anybody will know. It's like, how do people even, it's like, people, that's the hard thing about being a small streamer, and a lot of small streamers will say this, is we feel like our stuff gets stolen because we do say something, and then all of a sudden bigger streamers start saying it. And it's like, well, either this is the hugest coincidence in the whole world.
Yeah.
Or you didn't credit me.
Unfortunately, on YouTube, you don't have any protection of
and I tell people,
what is it? Intellectual property.
And I tell people, what's wrong with the courtesy of just dropping my name?
People aren't courteous anymore, honey. I don't know what happened to that, but people aren't courteous anymore.
It's like, what is wrong with just quickly?
Went away the dodo.
I saw Talk with Rose. She said this. And look, she's right. Because it's like, that's how I first started hating Nina, is people are like, I don't like Nina. And it's like, they're like, why won't she come on panel and talk? Because everybody tried to get her to talk for the longest time. I said, she only comes to panel because we give Morbid a lot of info. We feed Morbid a lot of info. And Nina, allegedly, and Nina, people like Nina and Fancy and stuff all of a sudden start talking about things that were said on Morbid's panel within a few days of it being said on Morbid's panel. Right. And so, I'm throwing a little bit of a tissy fit. Yeah. And
so does True Colors on TikTok. I watched him do that. I watched him do that when he went up with May, because he showed that he didn't know anything.
He called her names and crap, and all he can do is call May names. He won't even talk to her. He just calls her names.
Yeah. he attacks ad hominem because
Landfill
he
somewhere,
runs.
yeah, Miss Mama.
You attack ad hominem when you're not when you've run out of intelligent things to say. That's when you attack ad hominem. Oh,
Well,
you're
yeah,
just
the second you
you're a dumb
call somebody a
know?
name, the second you call
Right.
somebody a name or pull the race card or something like that, you've lost the argument.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
yeah,
Agreed.
if you can't intelligently talk to somebody and you got to start calling names and pulling the race card, unless they deserve it, like they literally deserve it. But rarely nobody deserves like the race card or something or all that being pulled. But
I don't think anybody ever.
yeah,
the race card should never be drawn, ever.
Unless they
You don't
literally
draw kids
like
in, you
a
don't wish
letter I
harm on
saw written
people.
to, like I told you about that letter
Yeah.
written to Nina. You can pull the race card on that one, but if that letter is true, but yeah, I just
Yeah.
Can you help?
it's like, come on, you guys, why does it hurt you so bad to just give us little streamers props that you probably heard it from us? You might have heard it from us because she's had those photos. She's had those photos for over 5 years and never once met. And you should see the stream she did with Mac. You can tell for the first time that night with Mac, she discovered the lack of red stuff in the bed. That it wasn't saturated, and it should have been. Because I've said two things about Dee Dee that me and Nicole Cooper were kind of. Well, I didn't hear it from Nicole Cooper, but I've been telling everybody the way Nick describes what he did to Dee Dee. She didn't pass away immediately. She suffered for hours. She asphyxiated for hours.
That's terrible.
I know she did. Little tiny holes in the only way that she would have passed away faster, they barely nicked her heart. No, they needed to literally get the heart. They only nicked it, according to the autopsy.
Okay.
Because before the autopsy, I thought they just nicked the lung once. No, they nicked the right lung 4 times in 4 different spots. And I think that they got the pericardial, which is on the side of the heart or something.
Yeah,
they barely got the pericardium, and I think they got maybe 1 jab at the other lung, the left lung or something. But most of the jabs were done to the right side of her body, to the right lung. It was diagonally punched in like this, which might indicate a right-handed person going like this and jabbing the right lung in like this.
That looks
if you're
very
sitting
uncomfortable.
if you're sitting on the right side of the body and you're going like this,
that's unnatural. That's very unnatural of a movement.
And so
that doesn't work.
Yeah,
that doesn't work. That math doesn't do that. I mean, seriously, do that again and tell me that feels natural.
Yeah, not really. Like
natural.
More like this.
Not if you're trying to go into the side. Yeah.
More like that.
Maybe
not like this. Like if you jump on the bed, it's more like this. Like, okay, you jump on top of somebody and you're like this. Yeah, your hand is slanted a little more this way. You're like this.
This or a jab. More like a.
So maybe they jumped on the left side of her and
jabbed into the side.
Into the side like that. Because they got or maybe they did jump on the right side like you're saying and they jabbed this
from
way.
The side into the lungs on the side.
And it slid diagonally. Because as Natasha Cooper really
and that
spelled
would cause
it
all
well.
of the blood to pool
she spelled it out well.
To be on the front.
They said that these wounds were lateral, which is diagonal, right? They were lateral and they went through the skin, the fat, the muscle, and then into
that's a stab. That's a stab directly into the rib cage.
I can't find anything.
Boom.
And they describe like between the 3rd and 4th, Like the second and third is one of the jab wounds that
Why?
they jabbed in
Yeah,
it.
see?
But I
So
agree with
it's a
Natasha
jab.
Cooper. I agree with
It's a jab.
Natasha Cooper. Oh, I got something for you. I was gonna text you this earlier, but I don't think I did this. But because the knife to the jabber that Gypsy stole, I don't think too many people know exactly what a fillet knife is and what it's for. Literally, you cut the fish, the belly, you grab out all its innards, and then you cut
It's a
the fish in
fine
half, and then you
knife.
take the knife between the
Uh-huh.
skin and the meat, and you
It's
got
a
this,
fine
you got the
knife.
meat, and you got
It's
the
fine
skin,
and
yeah,
flimsy.
and you put it in
Mhm.
between, and you just,
My husband's a chef. My
yeah,
husband's a chef.
and
A fillet
that
knife is thin and
that's what a
flimsy.
fillet knife is for, yeah, and it
Mhm.
is flimsy. But
Yes.
did you know
That
that
would be
Dee Dee's dad?
that's a
Did you know?
stabbing implement.
Did you know that Dee Dee? Hold on, stop. Did you know?
buddy.
I need to go get these guys dinner in a sec. They're getting a little antsy. Did you
I think
know
so.
that Dee Dee's dad makes knives and he's obsessed with knives and he's really good at it?
That's interesting.
Yeah, because
That's
I
very
went on
interesting.
Dorla's Facebook, and a year prior to Dee Dee's unaliving, she posted about 20 knives sitting on a table that Claude made. I was like, what if one of those is the Schmurder weapon sitting there? What if this fillet knife really didn't do it, but they did put blood on it? But what if Gypsy?
Good
What if
question.
we're everybody's just told me I was doing that on live, and they're like, Rose, you're insane. They're like, you're crazy. And I'm like, what if we are looking? What if Claude accidentally made the jabber that jabbed his daughter?
Yeah, and yeah, it just that type of knife where the wounds are. That's I mean, that just doesn't. I mean, coming up and over just doesn't. That's uncomfortable.
I'm helping
So
it.
why not this way? Just makes more sense to me.
And so
And on both
the
sides.
fillet knife makes no sense to me either. But I mean, they could have used it. But yeah, it probably should have.
Oh no,
Nick
I
should have
absolutely believe it.
should have had more cuts on his hands from it slipping. Because 17,
No.
we're talking about 17 jabs with a fillet knife
Yeah, but it's
going
a
through
thin,
bone.
flimsy. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's a thin, flimsy knife, and it went between ribs.
Yeah.
It just slid right off of them, and then.
Well, maybe
punctured
that's
one
why it didn't
on both
puncture
sides.
a rib, because it's a fillet knife and it would have hit the bone and
Right.
slid beside it.
Exactly, because you have sinew on the ribs, just like you do
Well,
on a
as
deer
soon
or
as that
anything
fillet
else.
knife is oiled with red stuff and
Mhm.
whatever else your body spews out, once that
Mhm.
fillet
And-
knife is kind of oiled, yeah, it's going to
Well,
be very slippery
Well-
little thing going in and out.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, and it's going to get slippery. That's right, Ms. Mama. Well, mine's Tablet's about to die, and your kids are.
Yeah, I know. I need to go make them dinner and spend the last couple
They're
hours with them.
hangry.
And yeah, no, we need to go. But
This
chat
was a
with
really
me
good live.
later. And yeah,
I'll
this
see on
was fun.
Discord.
I had to get on
See
and
if you can
rant real
make us.
quick. I was right. I
See
was
if you can
kind
make
of right.
us thumbnails for our 2 lives.
Okay. I'll have to figure out how to. I can make them.
Something
I just
cute.
need to add them. I need to
Yeah.
figure out how
That'd
to
be
add.
cute.
I don't know how to add them on StreamYards, but I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll come back after the kids are done, and we can maybe just chat on Discord off stream and work on it. Because I can share
we'll
my
figure it
screen
out.
and we can work on it.
I killed
All right, baby.
All right, we're gonna take you guys out. soon. Well, let's go have pizza and let's go have fun, and then we'll watch a movie or
Bye,
something, and then we'll
kids.
take you home. You guys say bye to 13th hour. Say bye to Miss Mama and everybody. Say bye to Nene, Miss Mama, Brian. Say bye, Brian.
Bye, everybody.
Oh,
All right, love you
sweet
guys.
boy.
Thanks for
Love you
being here at
too.
this live.
Yeah,
And
thanks for
giving
coming
me
to our
a.
live, guys.
I'm like, I was almost right about the drama that was going to go down as soon as the autopsy dropped. So I needed to vent about it for 2 seconds. Because I'm like, I knew some. Well, she didn't really gatekeep it, though. She said 2 hours. Guys, why couldn't you give Natasha her 2 hours? Whether you like her or not, show her some respect, guys.
Just have respect for people. It's not
She-
that
she-
hard.
She was
Let's
so
try
what
to be
she was
kind.
the. Who cares that she was the first one that got a hold of it? Respect her. Watch her live, and then she said, "Do whatever you want with the replay."
Right.
Respect her. All right, love you guys. We'll see you guys
I love
later.
you too, baby. All right.
Thank
see
you
guys.
for joining
Bye-bye.
me and helping me rebrand my channel. I love it.
Oh,
do it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me as a co-host. That's all I wanted. Was a
Well, I
friend.
think we have the same passions because I do love talking religion, cults, witches, paganism, all that.
Oh yeah, we're cool together. I think. I don't care what
Yeah.
anybody else thinks.
And everybody's going to hopefully love it because everybody already said they're tired of Gypsy. There's people that have come in my
We
stream.
haven't had
and
any
said-
nasty comments on our
Yeah.
lives, and that one has been up for days. I'm really surprised.
Well, there's
So-
people that have come in. I've been talking all week long about, like I said, I'm done with Gypsy. The autopsy's about to drop. I'm not going to get in the dog fight. When it becomes public, I'll read it. But I don't care to race to be the first streamer to stream it. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not getting in that
And no
dog fight,
point.
guys. I'm staying away
She's
from
not
it.
that important.
No,
Gypsy's
she
not that
really
important
isn't.
to the human race.
All I
I'm
want to
sorry.
know, does it prove that Nick might have not done it? That's all I want to know. Somebody read it. Somebody
find
interpret it. Tell me. Yeah.
We'll find out. We will.
We'll find
All right,
out.
Bye, guys. I'll feed them babies. We'll see you later,
Yep,
lovey.
go feed you babies.
Bye-bye.